to the late night live stream. It's me, TCC, the guy who's late for the live stream. How's it going, everyone? Whew, did we ban Casey yet? Casey Classic Rock. I think I had a channel growing up called Casey Classic Rock. So every time I hear Casey's name, I think of the Classic Rock channel. We got more WeCross. This is Interlude Diva. Is this the set with the more expensive cards in it, actually? You know, you guys went through all of the WeCross cards I'd ordered. The other one with the chubby, sexy witch lady, you guys just bought all those out. So you guys are all chubby chasers. I don't know what to say. We have this beautiful Roaring Skies box. That's because we have another Roaring Skies box break. Normally, you guys don't like to do two of the same box in a row. You know, I've done an analysis of the box breaks we can do. This one's pretty good. Roaring Skies is an XY era box. It's got Rayquaza in it multiple times. He's a really nice chase card. And there's just so much going on for this box. Reverse Holo Pikachu. You have the Roaring Skies traits cards, and those are like those full arts that can be holographic. We got Dragonite, you got Articuno, you've got Togekiss. There's a lot of really good trait cards in here. So, and the fact that it's about almost half the price of the Ancient Origins box makes me feel like this is really good. It costs a little more than half, but it's cheaper. All right, so I went and I dug this up, by the way, because I wanted to continue to show off my own slab. I'm always showing off PSA or CGC or GMA in this case. I like showing off my own slab. It makes me happy. That was for Derek Ortega. There's that QR code for those of you who are considering QR codes on your slab. What we do, as you know... Oh, I didn't trim my thumbnail. I'm so sad. Maybe I'll go trim my thumbnail right now. With the QR code, this takes you to the moment that you pulled the card, which is so cool. And really no other grading company is offering that. So I feel like that makes us stand apart. Tammy says, wahoo! I never did vacation during COVID. So I'm sorry for showing up so late. You know, I was working all day, believe it or not. I worked the entire day. I woke up at 1 p.m., and then I did a little exercise, and I probably ate like breakfast or something, and then I just worked from then until about I want to say about 11 p.m., which is when I start preparing for the stream, and then I just zonked out, and I woke up at like 1 a.m. So I was like, oh my god. So that's not good. I don't want to develop a sleeping or napping habit right when the stream's about to go live, so that's pretty bad. So I'll try to break out of that, but yeah, I don't know how to fix that. Look at this guy. I tell my wife to wake me up maybe, but she probably just wants me to go to sleep next to her, because that's how it always ends up. She actually falls asleep next to me. So anyways, that's why I'm late, and let me go trim my thumbnail. The heck? Can't have a thumbnail. I'll be back. Alright, it gave me an opportunity to bring more cards in the room anyways. Very good. I'll probably be doing that on and off as we go along. Oh, we need a junk box! Oh my god. Give me 1 second, let me make a junk box. We always needed a junk box. Our junk boxes fill up really fast. Because we open all this Final Fantasy and WeCross and everything. Alright. Fresh junk box. For you and for me. For your pleasure. Whew. I'm looking at the table, man. It's looking pretty full over here. Jeez Louise. What, we opened like cards for 8 hours yesterday or something? No, wait, not 8. We went for like 11 hours, didn't we? Whew. My junk box had no English Pokemon in it. Yeah, that's how it works. That's why it's called a junk box. Be sure to like the stream, says Jordan. Oh no, don't tell me the box sold out already. How's everyone tonight? Says Mike Side. How's it going, Mike Side? Junk box, you mean Final Fantasy box? Woo! Yeah, that was 11 and a half hours yesterday. I was still pooped today, believe it or not. Yeah, I was pooped. And I just woke up and just immediately started working. It's really a all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy feeling. All right, I'm going over to the PayPal list. Ooh, look at this Articuno. Says 1305. You guys really are generous. That means, so what that means is you guys have donated just about $700 toward the Articuno over time. That's amazing. All right. Where are we? Jonathan Blessing. Now, wait a second. Hold on. I'm glad I went back further. So we had Giovanni Bonaire from yesterday night, and he didn't get taken care of. Andrew Jason Badana says Incineroar. Did we take care of that one? I think we did, right? Stop falling. Slab's tipping over. So Giovanni wants 2 max golds. Just got tracking on my Starbirth. You got any, mister? Not yet. I hope I get some soon. 3 Evo Skies. Paul Newman? What are you doing here, Paul? All right, this is for Giovanni Bonaire. Sorry we couldn't service it last night, Giovanni. I was just so tired. You took a pain pill for your back. I took one of those pretty late into yesterday's stream. I think it got me through the stream. Actually, I was worried I'd wake up, feeling pain from sitting I sat for like 11 and a half hours, guys. That's no good. But actually, I woke up fine. No pain at all, in fact. So, I can't explain it. Nurse Dragon Maid, we were blessed by the Pokegods that day. Reinforcement of the army. Konnichiwa! Mister, are you going to get some Marvel Weiss Schwartz? I already did! I already have Marvel Weiss Schwartz. What are you talking about, mister? Go buy some. I feel like when I have a good idea, other people notice and then they go copy my idea. Here's Nurse Dragon Maid. Yeah, we already had it on this channel. Zodiac, Nurse Dragon Maid. How nice. Is this a new member? Paul Newman. Did we already shout you out, Paul? Oh, try out the emojis, guys. What were the changes to the emojis? I can't remember. Did I have a new emoji? Let me go look at the emojis. Here we are. Not Japanese. Oh, you guys are saying that the English version is here. The English Marvel set. I see. I see. We're going to get some English Marvel then, I promise. Anything for you guys. Evil Pikachu is here. The Evil Pikachu emoji. Some of the, actually, most of the emojis got renamed. So I think that's when it comes to emojis, it's not enough to just have a good-looking emoji. You have to have an emoji with the right face or with the right name. Hold on, I was thinking of the Pikachu face. Is it memberships? Here we're gonna go over to memberships. Why do they make it so hard to find this stuff in your? Here it is. Bulba Love, Slow Brew, Popo Dial, Invest Pepe, G.I. Joe Law, Weird Guy, Pog Grimer Stays the Same, Judge Pepe, Zard Pepe, Eyes Carp, Bid Oof, Spankum, Raffle Ditto, Snipe Chew, Butt, Joy Carp, Tie Rage, Cozy Snugs, Bulba Butt, Evil Chew. That's what we call it. We call it Evil Chew. Haunt You, Weird Choke, and Oh My Dog. I really like the Oh My Dog name for the Houndoom. I think that one was probably my favorite. Oh My Dog. All right. Nothing will be Bulba Butt. Watch the whole stream. Someone could say I have no life, but I was out of quarantine. No problem, man. Should I get the new Charizard Secret Rare for a bazillion? Open. Like your channel. Do you have a first edition Charizard for Neo Destiny? Yeah, I own one of those. Do you want me to give it to you? You can have it for free if you just say that you like me a lot. Want to give me a deal for all your bulk? Yes. Here you go. You can have all my bulk for 50 smoochies. It says 40, says Nick. What says 40? Mister, I woke up today and saw the new VMAX alt art you pulled for me last night. Thank you so much, says Paulo. No problem, man. Congratulations. The sticker behind the Gengar makes it look like 40. Oh, this is 35. It's Lunala GX. It's a lovely GX card, actually. Show us your feet. I don't want to ask again. What's your best EX card, mister? This one. Phil always asking me those questions right in the middle of the stream. Like, I'm going to go stand up and find it. VZ Comics says, 2 TCC grades. My 2 Star Wars Hollows. Donate the rest of the bag. Ooh. All right, let's go grab his bag. Your voice, mister, it's because you went to work for 12 hours. Well, yesterday night, my voice was kind of getting tired. That's the truth. But it's fine right now. Yeah, fine right now. All right, he's donating these. Thank you. I don't know where to put them. I'll put them over here. All right. And so now you don't have a bag, so I'm going to toss your bag away. So if you make another order of VZ Comics, you'll need a fresh bag. Mister, are you getting any Starbirth? I'm not ready for a baby. Who's having a birth? Mister, is the Gengar for sale? No, that's not mine. That belongs to another guy. I'm just showing it off. You guys will see that happen a lot on this stream. Hey, mister, did you hear about PayPal being sued? Why are they being sued? Let me know why PayPal's being sued, because we use PayPal. Actually, I'll just go look it up. PayPal lawsuit. PayPal faces lawsuit for freezing customers' accounts and funds. PayPal stole users' money after seizing funds, lawsuit alleges. Wow, very interesting. All right, VZ Comics, right? Okay, doesn't really affect us, I feel. Maybe they'll win the lawsuit. There we go. I need to control myself from buying WeCross packs. What are you talking about, mister? No, you're right, though. You're right, though. You should have some control, right? I love this one. Look at this one. He's getting choked out. Oh, awesome. All right. I didn't do any grading today. That's why the express grading says it could take a few days. Just in case I fall asleep and I don't do the grading. Stephen Chang says, hi, mister. Can I get 8 Date Alive packs? 8 Date Alive. One thing I did do today was I started posting job posts, I guess, to see if people locally are looking for work. I don't know, though. I looked at other local, jobs available. They were all, truck driving jobs and heating, cooling installation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gave me the impression there's not a lot of jobs out here. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's a bad thing. Because it might be a bad thing because it might mean there is no one out here. You know what I mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we are. All right. Very good. Now he says, if I get Spiritfire Katori, can you sleeve the card by itself? Because I'll be grading it. Thanks. The waifus are taking over. They are. The waifus are taking over a little bit. You know what I just did? I ordered a fresh case of Weiss Schwarz 7 Deadly Sins because I realized there's a number of sexy waifus in that set as well. So you guys will be able to go after those sexy waifus. I don't even care, man. I mean, it feels like we have something good going on over here with the Pokemon cards. And these other sets are like little side dishes almost. You know what I mean? Here's Naive and Innocent Girl. So this is, you're looking for Fire Spirit Katori. So here's Rainy Girl. Here's Origami Tobichi. Here's Reliable Little Sister Katori. Here's Lonely Eyes Yoshino. It's one thing to ignore, then go on to troll. That's a no-no. I didn't turn my fan on. Ifrit Katori full art. So you got an Ifrit Katori full art. And Expression of Killing Intent Katori. She's got little ears. Not ears, horns. She's got little horns. Mister, are you going to get the KFC promos? Is that a new thing? Is that coming out? I love KFC. Turn this fan on. Oh, bummer. I must have turned the fan off. Oh, well. Maybe I'll come back. Evil Chew. That was a new emoji that Cheese added to the Discord server. Good job, Cheese. Stephen Chang. Stephen Chang, I know where your bag is. I heard you did a 12-hour stream. Pretty close to 12 hours. You don't want to do an exact 12-hour stream because YouTube will then not post it because they have a 12-hour limit. So we went under 12 hours. I guess we could just call it a 12-hour stream because I would have. You could tell at the end of that stream, I wasn't like, oh, I'm dead. You know what I mean? I was going like a steam train. Steamboat, maybe? Yeah, I could have kept going for another 20 minutes to get the 12. It wouldn't have made a difference to me. Jonathan Blessing says, please add this to my store credit. He's becoming too powerful. You got 200, mister. I feel bad for Nick Freeman's. All he wanted was a Gengar sticker. What? He did nothing wrong. All right, we got Steven Demas. This is to pay off my slab. All right, Steven. Let's pay off your slab. Let's pay off your stab. You had Charizard. All right, Steven Demas just paid off his slab away. Very good. Let me go get a Steven Demas slab away, everyone. All right, that's a nice one. I'm happy for you. Man, I watch that card market all the time. Some cards are not getting posted as often. It seems like to me, it seems like there is a slowdown in cards being posted to the market. That's just my impression. It's an interesting thought. I don't know what it will lead to. Will prices go up? Maybe, maybe not. Keep an eye out for when people get their tax return. Ryan Morrill, pre-order 3 live custom Spankies extra cold. Oh, Ryan Morrill. Mister, you're my best friend. All right, so you've got Colossus Excalibur Hollow. That's an X-Men card. Corviknight and Zapdos Hollow. That's a vintage card. Cool. All right, you also pull 9.578 and Gurdon. It's Gurdon. Mister, what's in the large? A whole bunch of slabs. So 9.578, what's that going to be? That was pretty cute. You've got Koga's Grimer, first edition from Gym Challenge. And he's graded 9.5 with CGC, which is basically very similar to a PSA 10. But pretty close. Ryan. I'm 12.5. I like this little Zapdos you picked up on the way, though. That's neat. Where am I going to find a Ryan Morrill? Ryan Hutch. Ryan Morrill. Oh, that's right. We started a new R box. We got like 5 R boxes. Here he is. He's in that new one. Ruben Ayala's in here too. PP Poopa. Oh my god. Stephen Barr. Mr. One box of Opus 14. Holy Jesus. He's pretty serious about that Opus 14. I might have to put in another order for that, like, ASAP, because we're going to be out of it. All right, this is for Stephen Barr. Holding you hostage until Mister wishes me luck in my tourney. Good luck. Don't finish in the first brackets. You'll be embarrassed. Or don't lose in the first brackets. Good morning from Austria. How's it going, man? You better not move, or else. He wants the Sephiroth. I want the Sephiroth. All right, let's move some of these out of the way. That Grimer getting an eye full of something. Probably eye drops, right? To keep his eyes nice and moist and operating correctly. Sneak. I want that Estinian. Ah, man, that guy is so cool. Really a great pull. Somebody else pulled Estinian on this channel, and I mean, it just blows you away how neat it looks. All right, here we are. Making sure those are all properly open. Okay, one of them isn't. Here it is. We've got Rama Golbez. Arden, he's common in here. Fran. Titan's a non-hollow legendary. Mom Bomb. Jota. All right, Jota. Cool. Okay, here's Jota. The third set of Wheat Cross is coming out March 18th. That feels like forever from now. All right, you got legendary Ravon. It's actually, see how it's got an A at the end? It's actually pronounced Ravon. Isn't that interesting? They don't pronounce the A. Noctis, it's an Indian name. I'll give you a big fat smooch if you open a Steam Siege for funsies. Send me a picture and I'll know if I want that smooch. Here's Monk. All right, there's Larsa. Dragoon. Oh, you pull Vaughn. Hey, he's one of the better pulls, isn't he? Legendary Full Art Vaughn. Great, man. Congratulations. Tammy says, called it. It's Vaughn. Now you just need a Stinian as well. Tammy goes, ah. Woo. And Octomammoth. Sounds like Octomom. Mr. My Pillow CEO bank terminated his account. I heard about that. How do you guys feel about that? That's pretty crazy, you know. He's a conspiracy theorist sounding kind of guy. I get that. But imagine not being allowed to do business. It shows you we have kind of a reliance on banks. He should start his own bank. I bet if he started his own bank, a bunch of conservatives would go and use it. Mister, I'm actually from Catch a Cheater. You have been caught. Oh, no. Oh, no. They caught me doing Pokemon. Is today an alternative art day? Maybe. I feel like him losing his bank account secretly is just going to make his followers more rabid about supporting his business. I think that a lot of people are fed up with the sort of like political authoritarianism that's coming out of, I guess, big businesses. You know what I mean? Here we go. Hey, you can't do business unless you share my political ideas. It's a pretty interesting time we live in. All right, here goes. You'll probably see more of that over time, too. You know, I don't really see it going away. Here's Ravis. Here's Quina. Mr. couldn't just keep his Pokeballs in his pants. Here's Dark Elf. He's a Dark Elf. Here's Dark Knight. Cloud Legendary non-hollow. That's good non-hollow. Chivalry. Off-Bow. Geomancer. It kind of doesn't even make sense. That bank's going to lose all of his business, obviously, and I feel like some other people are probably going to change banks too. Like I don't really know everything that guy believes in. The My Pillow guy, I know he's a conservative. I know he believes the election was stolen and all that. But you know what bothers me is just that idea of, well, you can't share your political beliefs or we'll kick you out of here. You know what I mean? So I'm not a big fan of that. So if I had an account with that same bank, I'd be like, well, I'm out of the way. You know, I'm out of here too, to be honest. Kefka. Luso. Now, I can understand closing his account if he was causing them trouble. That's a different thing. Like, so if he was in there and he was being a bad customer, right? So if he was in there and he was calling them names and, you know, vexing them or whatever the term would be. Yeah, if he was being a bad customer, that's a different story. I don't know if he was. Gotta be careful with news these days, guys. It's Shiva! All right, we love Shiva. Lady of Frost. How much are you selling first edition Charizard from Neo Destiny? 3 pee-pee poo-poos. Cloud of Darkness. Ooh, a waifu. The news just wants us to fight. Yeah, I'd say so. And it's not that they want us to fight. They just want to be clickbaity. You know, because that's how they make their money. You got to think of it that way. But, you know, if he was causing them any trouble, then they probably, you know, they might be interested in being like, you just can't cause us trouble. So context would certainly help. I didn't read any long articles about the thing, though. I just heard about it, just like you guys. Sneap. Where's the female PSA slabs? Female. Where's the she-male PSA slabs? All right, here we go. We got Time Mage, Alcid Legendary Non-Hollow, Ultimecia. Wow. We got Ultimecia, Vanu. Justice for King. He ain't do nothing. Mister, can you do the break? Could you open, then break through you gave me? What's up, Jose Bustamante? The Emperor. I'm a little confused. What happened? I gave you a breakthrough? Oh, I remember. Because some people got pulled out in a different order during the box break. And even though that's supposed to count as RNG, I felt kind of guilty about it. Yeah, definitely. Mister, you kept promising your wife's feet and not deliver. You're losing fans, buddy. Well, you got to stick around if you want to see them. You're not going to get to see them if you give up. Only true believers will be able to see. I don't know. I haven't gotten an opportunity to take a picture of my wife's feet lately. We're just, you know, I guess I'd have to be like, all right, I got to take a picture of your feet now. I owe it to my family. The Emperor! We've never even pulled this one before. Wow. Well, that's not Estinian, though. Dude, that card looks crazy. Look at that. It has like a white background. You know, zoom in. Do it while she's sleeping, mister. It's even better. That's kind of greedy. I'll just go rip the blankets off for her and take a picture right now. We want feet. Tammy says, well, at least Vaughn is good. Here's another Vaughn. You can't keep getting away with it, mister. All right, so we got a Vaughn for you and a Vaughn for me. Here's Hojo. There's Garland. I know you're after Garland. Corsair. A lot of cards in this set, aren't there? And Rosa. And Kamlanat. All right, very good. Thank you so much, Stephen Barr. You know what that means, Stephen Barr, is you can grade them together. Just demand 200 likes for the feet picture. Yeah, I mean, people might like the stream for that. Vote up on the stream because you like TCC. Vote up on the stream because you like TCC's wife's feet. Which one's going to win? Don't make me warn you again. I'm sure he'll take all your energy cards for the Charizard. Hey, genius. He said 3 PP and 3 Dookies. That's right. So you got Vaughn and Vaughn. Crazy. Hey, here's the difference between a full art and a non-full art. The full art's on the right, guys. New to South Park season, February 2nd. Really? Oh, I'm excited for that. I like South Park so much. I really grew up with South Park, and it's still going. It makes me happy. All right. Stephen Barr, you've got a lot of cards. Let's see. Stephen Barr, you're going to be down here. From Too Fast, Too Furious, Dwight Likes Feet. Is this your hit bag? feel like it is. Ifrita could be graded 2, by the way. And Shiva. Don't underestimate the girl cards. I'm telling you, mister. These people go crazy for girl cards. You saw what happened yesterday. It was all girl cards, like the whole stream. Season 25? Oh my God. I think we're out of room in your box, Steven. The wait? I'll wait for full art, Ifrita. Nothing wrong with the regular Ifrita. Oh, nope, you're not out of room. I lied. All right, we're logging back in. Let's find out what else was in his order. Ilua, Vaughn, Garland, or Estinian full arts, please. I have my own box. Joshua Kim, 2 VMAX Climax. Oh, I'm so sorry, Joshua Kim. I don't have that. Is that in the message? Hold on. No, VMAX Climax is sold out, but there's more on the way. I would like to also ship out my bag. It should have a shiny, excuse me, ho-oh. I could get you 2 shiny stars. Mr. Joshua Kim, would you like 2 shiny stars? This gives you a chance for Marnie and 2 Charizards. So those are the chase pulls in there. Other than that, what other chase pulls are there? Maybe shiny Suicune's pretty good. Skyla. So Marnie, Skyla, Charizard, Suicune. Those are all pretty good. He says, sure. Okay, let's open them up. Thanks, Joshua. I bid you good luck. Actually, I always forget this. There's actually 3 Charizards in here because of the code card Charizard. A lot of Charizards in this set. That's Articuno. And we got Draggy Pull on pack number 1. Whoop. No Charizard code card. Oh, and Ditto. Ah, man, I was hoping it'd be like a super hot round for you. And then I'd be like, Steve, that was such a good choice. I'm sorry. Let's close our eyes and pretend that the VMAX Climax would have been just as cold. It could have been. I've opened a lot of cold VMAX Climax for people. I really have. All right, Joshua, let's grab your box. Joshua Kim. I'm trying to remember where Joshua Kim was. I think you were up here. It's going to mess me up now that your bag's shipping out. I'm going to be like, I'm still going to be thinking you're up there. Warn me for what? For being a big stinky. For what? The Ditto is a Charizard if you really believe. Yeah, I mean, if somebody else has a Charizard, your Ditto automatically becomes a Charizard. That's pretty much like having a Charizard. What's the difference, you know? All right, Mr. Joshua Kim, we have your address from before. Pretty heavy bag. Try to get away with 15 ounces. We'll see what happens. Any G.I. Joe slabs? Coming soon. $3,000 of G.I. Joe cards on the way. Wrong back, sir. I knew that. What, are you trying to trick me? I knew that. Joshua Roberts. Tonight's stream is off to a good start. All right. Oh, dear. Look how big these bags are. That's because yours is right next to him, literally. So there's yours. Shows you how the human mind works a little bit. Your bag was next to his, and I knew it in my mind. And so I grabbed his bag. Isn't that crazy? Like, how did that happen? All right. Wow, that's a lot of cards in that bag. Yeah, your bag was touching his bag. No homo. All right, we'll place this over here. Thank you, Mr. Joshua. Imagine these 2 giant bags full of many pulls, and I shipped the wrong one. That would be terrible. Let me turn my fan on. My fan, I need my fan. I need that airflow. I only made that mistake because my fan wasn't running. I need that fresh air. Wow, so we are almost out of Crystal Abyss. I did not expect to be going through it so fast. Whew. Now Joshua Kim says, sorry, I forgot to add this to my order before shipping. I'd like to add 3 celebrations as well. Oh, no problem. Okay, let's do that. Bags touching bags. Oh my gosh, are they about to kiss? They're about to smooch. Time for the hot celebrations. Can you grade one of my cards and donate the rest as Anthony Rodriguez? I think we could. I think we could do that. Here goes. We've got Flying Pikachu. Pikachu. Claydol. Look at that Claydol. And cold around. I'm sorry. Okay, Joshua. One Claydol and a Flying Pikachu. Pikachu. Cute little Pikachu. Awesome. Thanks. I pre-ordered. That's why I asked. You got a friggity fat booty butt bag, man. Let's remove these hollows and put them in a separate bag. Any other hollows that want to get removed? You know, we probably could put these metal cards in the other bag too. All right, cool. What's the name of that sus new Pikachu emoji? Evil Chew. Just want to make sure. What are we making sure? My poker cards are in there, right? Oh, I'm confident they are. All right, here we go. There we go. Next up, we got Blake Neal. He says, my payment from last night has cleared 3 boxes of Shiny Star. Oh my gosh. Give me a minute, guys. I got to go into the other room and grab some Shiny Star because he ordered so much. All right, Mr. Blake Neal. Where can I put this box now? I'm like holding it. All right, bear with me. Got to peel them out of these bananas. I bought that Gengar. Oh, thanks, Cheese. It was only 40 bucks. How much for that Gengar? How many more boxes of Crystal Abyss left? I got 2 sealed ones sitting here. It's possible there's some in the other room. The one I just came back from. Here we are. But I don't actually know. I'll have to go look. I think I have more Crystal Dominion in there is what I have. All right. Damn, Blake Neal. That's a huge order. So, Blake, let me just quickly confirm that the pending order is no longer pending, and then I can take your little card down and open these up. Blake Neal. Gengar can make you have sex with ghost Pokies. What are you talking about? Here it is. So 3 boxes of Shiny Star V plus shipping plus $12 to charity. Cool. All right. $12 to charity. That's a lot, man. So that would bring it down to $12.90 something. $12.93. Yeah, $12.93. Doing the math in my head. Here we are, $12.93. Cool. We've broken into the 200s. All thanks to you guys. I feel like the right thing to do here is to get all of these cardboard boxes open at the same time. so we can look at your massive pile of shiny star cards. Press 1 if you're having a mental break. All right, let's see. What is true, says Alex. Oh my god. Oh my dog. I bought the Gengar. I think I was dreaming about work. I don't remember what I was dreaming. God, man. That's all I think about these days. What's up, Pablo Hall? Oh! Kelly, are you going live customs today? All right, let's start sneeping these like crazy. Okay, a little sneep. A McChicken and 10-piece chicken nugget for the Gengar. All right, mail it right over to me. There's 2 Charizards in this break. There could be a lot of things in this break. I mean, it's 3 boxes. There could be no Charizards in this break. It's possible as well. I go through many boxes of these before we get even 1 Charizard. So it's not like he's a common pull at all. There we go. Mister, when is the wife going to open up packs? You know, I tell her she can, but she never does. There we go. Negative Jordan, tuned in a bit late, and I'm fading quick. Tomorrow I will be. What? Do you sell NBA cards? All right. Sleep. Mister, do you sell NBA cards? Sleep. Mister, you sell Metapool? Sleep. Woo! You got a lot of cards, mister. Cinderace. Hollow. Hollow. There is your V card. And here is a sexy Reshiram. Mister, do you sell cats? My order that includes 2 Shiny Star V looks awfully small now, says Craig Brown. Blastoise. He's nice. Oh, right away! He pulled the Marnie. That card's so hard to pull. That's one of the... I think it's the chase pull. Isn't this more valuable than the Charizards? I'm not 100% sure. Wow, great pull. So lucky, man. You know how many boxes of these we've opened and we don't pull the Marnie? Right away, he gets the Marnie. Excellent. Hey, Blastoise. And here's Nickit. Another night, another pack. All right. So that was for Blake Neal. Blake Neal pulling the Marnie card. Beautiful, man. How much does that go as a 10, guys? Can you tell me? All right. We'll place that over there. Yeah. Whew. Here's EV. God pack soon. There could be a God pack. That is a possibility. God packs are pretty rare, but it could happen. God packs are as rare as like 1 in 40, I think. 1 in 40 boxes, that is. 1 in 40 boxes. Okay, we got Eldegoss. I have that card as a 10. Do people really cut cards for fun? Here is Toxtricity. $400 to $500 for that Marnie, guys. Did you hear that? If it grades 10. Oh, there's the Charizard code card. Where can I set this? And you also got the Wacky. And Indeedee, She's one of my least favorite Pokemon from the new Sword and Shield era. She looks really dumb to me. Sorry if you're a fan of her, though. Here's a Charizard code card. So, like I said, there's actually 3 Charizards in the set. Okay, there we go. Let's keep moving. Zacian. He's such a Zacian. All right, you got your chunk of V's, your chunk of Bofa. Here's your chunk of code cards, the ones that you probably won't grade. All right. Rillaboom. Crobat. Score Bunny. Sandy Scorch. This guy. Calyrex. Ah, careful there. Wow, look at this guy. So nice. Venusaur. Another Thwackey. I don't like Thwackey as much as I like Grookey. So now you got Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur. Very good. Do we get a new member? Did I shut them out? Paulo Girate. Oh, what is that? I don't think that's Charizard. Birdkeeper, maybe? That's Birdkeeper. All right, you got Birdkeeper. Wow. Well, this whole oh, another Charizard. I was gonna say this whole 3-box opening could be a video all by itself. It's really fun. Oh, Santa Scorch and the much more desirable. What's this guy's name? Drapini. Why is his name escaping me? I've seen him like a million times. I've said his name a million times, and I can't say his name right now. It's not Dragonair. The name Dragonair is coming to my mind. Dracloak? Dragapult. Is Dragapult? Dragonair was coming to my mind. I guess it makes sense that Dragonair was coming to my mind. They sound close, don't they? Just do a quick run through these. All right. Oh. Dragapult. Sounds very similar to Dragonair. I think we'll go a little further before we sleeve those. Regidrago. Here is Grimmelsnarl. You're so lucky. All right, Grimmelsnarl. Here is the Dubwool. Cinderace. Another Thwackey. He's pulled 3. These boxes really want you to own a Thwackey. You've got 3 of them now in a very short period of time. There's Blastoise. Okay, we got Santa Scorch. So much holos in this set. It's crazy. I know. It is really crazy. This is why the table's so full. In the past, back when I started opening cards for people, it was automatic removal of energy cards. The table was much easier to handle, in my opinion. And then, you know, I felt like one of the things that changed my opinion on holos is I started grading a few holos. Every now and then I'd see a holo and I'd be like, I'm going to grade that. And then I realized, well, if a holo is gradable, it's a hit. So, so I was like, all right, I got to give you your holos now. Okay, there we go. But obviously, I don't grade all the holos, just like really, really good ones. Like a Gengar holo. Oh. Okay. Score Bunny. Ditto. Still room for Charizard to show up. Come on, Charizard. Where you at? We've got Reshiram. I'm sorry, Yveltal. They should have definitely made more of those amazing rares. There's not enough amazing rares. All right, you got Dragapult, amazing rare Kyogre, and Swanna. You got really lucky with the Marnie, but your other cards are not as hot. These other boxes have been kind of dookie. Calyrex. Okay, there's Dragapult. Zapdos. Oh, Octillery. Not Octillery. Grapploct. All right, what do we got? It's getting closer to the end. Cubfu. Cramorant. Could this be it? Woo! Last pack luck. Boop. Urshifu. That's okay. We don't need Urshifu. Nah, it's a cold one. Wow. So you got really lucky on your first box pulling that Marnie. And the other two boxes were total dookies. They did not have very much in them at all. No lucky shiny hollows. Let's take a quick look at all your hot pulls. So these are the hot pulls, right? So you got Octillery. Yeah, a lot of amazing rares. Honestly, not a fan of the amazing rares. I wish they had done a better job on the amazing rares. Okay, Dragapult's actually one of your better shiny hollows. You got like Bird Keeper. Psh, come on, man. Can't have Bird Keeper. Thwacky like 3 times. This is a big pull, the Marnie. This guy's okay. Oop, don't fall over. So really where your boxes were weak, in my opinion, were the shiny hollows. Double, yuck. Thwacky, yuck. Swanna, yuck. Grapploct, man. Dragapult's good. Thwacky, yuck. Dracozolt, or whatever this guy's name is, yuck. Thwacky, yuck. And this guy's like, he's okay. He's okay. All right, very nice. And then, of course, your full arts. You got some of the worst full arts. Indeedee's terrible. Birdkeeper's terrible. Senscorch is terrible. Grimmelsnarl's terrible. So those are all really bad. But the Marnie is the chase pull. So you basically lucked out on the Marnie because she's really helping your pulls there by a lot. And then over here, actually, if you look at him, he did very good on the code cards. 3 boxes, 3 Charizards. What we know about the code cards is that they do not guarantee a Charizard in a whole box. He's 1 out of 24, right? Well, a box has 10 packs, right? So 10 packs out of 24 potential pulls, you have about a 1 chance, maybe less than 1 chance every other box to pull Charizard. Well, he pulled 1 out of every box. So you did good on that, actually. So your Charizard pulls were nice. And then, you know, the Vs and the VMAXs, I used to think these had value. That was back when there was an under supply of slabs on the market. I've come to understand these are absolutely useless now. I don't see them as valuable at all. These are basically like hollow cards 2.0 because they just print them like mad, dude. They print those so many times. You have these other code cards. You might have like a starter like Sobble or something in here that's worth grading, maybe. Remember, the code cards are guaranteed for every pack, and it's a 1 in 24. So these are actually quite common, and the only reason you might grade them is if you can grade them affordably, or if you have one that not enough people are bothering to grade. So like this Charizard is probably worth it, and he'll probably be worth like, I think he'll be worth like 40 bucks one day in terms of cost for a 10. And you got all your hollows. I don't remember if there's any good hollows in this set. Isn't there like a Suicune or a Gengar or something? Let's go looking for a good hollow real fast. This was really fun, Blake Neal. Well, you know, if there is a good hollow, we certainly didn't pull it according to this. So I thought there was a Suicune, but I didn't see it. All right, cool, man. That's crazy, Blake. Big order from Blake. Thanks so much, man. And Blake, is this all? So this is it? This is the new bag? Or did you have an existing bag? Let me know if you had an existing bag. Slip these in the middle. That was really fun, guys, wasn't it? So lucky you pulled that Marnie, dude. Because if you didn't get that Marnie, if you did not get that Marnie, this would have been a very rough round for you. I mean, it's no doubt that your hit pulls do have some value. They're just not the good ones, you know what I mean? They're like the hit pulls where you lose a little bit of money. But luckily you got a hot pull too. Now, how heavy is this? Okay, cool. I think in the end you still do well. All right. A God Pack or a Charizard would have been crazy. Because if you had pulled that along with the Marnie, I mean, you would have just been... That's like a, I'm in the money. That's like one of those moments. We're in the money. We're in the pokies. Very good. After Blake Neal. So we're all done with that. Anthony Rodriguez. He said, grade my best card. So let's go find Anthony Rodriguez's bag to get this started. You could be in the AN box over here. Here we go, Anthony Rodriguez. I'm in the pokies. You could grade Galarian Obstagoon if you want. That's all I'm seeing. All right. I guess you'd be the only guy with the Galarian Obstagoon. Unless you have another bag hiding somewhere. You got another bag somewhere, man? I don't know if he has another bag hiding somewhere. Let's get this box break going. Yeah, I agree. I love the box break. Oh, 2 bags, you say? I see how it is. No, I see how it is. Always trying to get a fast one past me. All right. How we do to have a pack? How's it going, man? How do we do to have a pack? Do 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 do. I guess we'll send off Karen's Umbreon. All right. Sounds good. Dude, I love this music so much. How's this guy so good at music? Karen's Umbreon, dude, that's a great card. I heard that card sold for a lot in auction recently. All right. Donate the 4 to the slab. Why, thank you. All right. Karens are hot. They use handcuffs during bed. I don't know, man. I was watching a Karen getting angry at a cop on a TikTok today. She was mad because he was citing her a ticket because she was driving and texting. And man, she was so crazy. It reminds me why we came up with that sort of usage of the term. Why the term has stuck so well. She was so arrogant or something. I don't know. She was so bitter and angry. And the cop was just going to give her warning at first. That was all he was going to do. And then she just got so combative with him. He's like, all right, well, now it's a ticket. Terrence Womack, 4 in the box break. You got it, Terrence. Terrence is moving the box break. Is the large going to be full this night? That's a good question. There we go. Next up, we got Greg Brown. He says 3 Roaring Skies. Ooh. Greg Brown. Okay, that's 3 spots in the Roaring Skies break. Joe Hernandez, Roaring Skies break. I have a box, says Joe. Better write that down. Box. You got a box, really? Joe Hernandez says, I have a box. Oh, Jose Hernandez. I'm sorry. Why did I read that as Joe? Let me write this down as. Some Karens are hot, some are poo-poo. That's a fair point. Marcel Torres. Let's do 4 spots in Roaring Skies. All right, Marcel Torres. Hi guys, feeling pretty sick. Got to try to get into the doctor tomorrow. They turned me away due to too many patients. Oof. Oof. I hate to hear that, man. Hope you feel better soon. 2 Hidden Fates. Let's see. Oops. What did we grab? What is this? All right, we got one. I got to get you some more. Shining Legend. What are those doing over here? Even to this day, Hidden Fates getting open. All right. So this is for Matt Waters. Mr. Matt. He says he's got it back. You ready? Cubone! He's a bonehead. I noticed you had 2 21 slots in the box break. Oh, you're right. That's a good thing to notice. Misty, she's very determined, but Mr. Matt, I think she's determined to drain your wallet. All right, that's tough, Mr. Matt. Yeah, that could really mess us up. Breaking news. Update. Tonga underwater volcano erupts under the ocean, causing a tsunami. Not looking good over there. Just happened. There we go. (20, 21, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25). Well, that explains why we're going to go ahead and get rid of this. And we're going to extend it down. There we go. So we got 22. All right. Hopefully I don't accidentally give them 5 packs. Alexia Alvarez. How's it going? 3 We Cross interludes. All right. So we got a fresh case of We Cross. Let's go find that Diva rare. Tonga is in big trouble at the moment. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3. All right. I feel like I don't recognize this one. Oh, yeah, I recognize these, though. These are recognizable. Do I recognize this one? Yeah, I do. Crimson General. All right, here we go. So here's Super Helesta Saber and Kawani Code Maze. All right, Mr. Alexio, no signatures in there. Where's those signature cards? Boop. Alexio Alvarez. Where did I last see Alexio? I don't think you were in the regular box. Yeah, you weren't in here. I remember because we did an order for you like yesterday. And you might have been like over here or something. Here you are. Did I miss the box break? Not in this case. All right, and now we're refreshing. How nice. I have a bag, Mistle. Mistle! So it's already 3 a.m. It's going to be a short stream. I apologize for starting so late tonight, guys. That's my fault. If we hadn't gotten started so late, we could have opened so many more Pokies. I'm going to cry. Maybe we'll go an extra hour or something. But I'm supposed to use that time to do the shipping. I don't know. Guess if the guys that need to be shipped out don't mind waiting over the weekend. Here's Nathaniel Larson. So Nathaniel says 5 in the box break. He also wants 5 Hidden Fates. Wow, that's good timing on the Hidden Fates because I think we just pulled 2 cold ones. So, you got 4. And actually, the way it's supposed to go, you're supposed to get the next 3. So here's how it should actually go. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully that was the snipe. Who knows? Could have been a cold 10, by the way. So that's possible. All right, Nathaniel Larson. Wow, that's a big order, dude. Jesus. Hopefully that's the snipe. Snipe. Where's the best place to buy Pokemon cards? Texas, because they make Pokemon cards bigger and better in Texas. They're Texas tough. Guzzlord! It was all worth it for Guzzlord. Nom, 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 nom. He's guzzling you up. Here's... Oh, okay. Picking up Charizard and Celesteela. Decent pack, I suppose. Okay, and... Oh, you get Magneton as well. Okay. 3 Holo Shinies. Bet you no full art, though, huh? No full art. You're pulling too many of those shiny hollows for a full art, in my opinion. Damn, I love Hidden Fate, says Polar Bear. Texas ain't tough. Trust me. I live here. Texas tough. Maybe they were at some point in their history. All right. I have an average-sized pack. Nicholas Gruber, Nicholas Stork. Wait, this is an NA. Oh, no, that's fine. Artiega. Oh, Nathaniel. We must have put you in the other box because we were running out of room so badly. Texas Toast. Texas obesity with that Texas toast, man. Just butter and bread. Oh, here we are. Just buy from the guy that scammed Logan Paul. Oh my god. Dude. Crazy, man. That's going to be a part of Pokemon history, probably. Freaking insane, man. 110 just went poof, but I like the Zard. I've been trying to pull that card for some time now. Ah, that is exactly how opening cards works. $110 to go poof. Jordan Natividad, 5 Eagle Skies, 5 Chili Rain, 5 to the Bird. Oh, I see. Making a sacrifice to the Poke Gods, I see. 12, 8, 4. That's the good karma Articuno. Okay, 5 Evil Skies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You also need 5 Chili Rains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This time he got his money back, so it was the guy who lost. Yeah, that guy's going to need some help suing the other guy, and then that guy's going to need some help suing the next guy. They need to go backwards in the chain of events that occurred. Wonder who the original scammer was. Dude, if that guy got caught and put into jail for white-collar crime, selling a counterfeit box for $1 million, I would not hesitate to do that. I would do that right now. He is a criminal in the end, you know what I mean? It's criminal to do that. It's criminal to do that. It's like selling fake gold or fake diamonds and claiming that they're real. You can't do that. That's fraudulence. Fraudulence is a crime. You ordered 2 Merlin stickers. Hopefully they are soon, says Alex. I hope so too, Alex. Here's Gyarados. Meh. All right. Yeah, I'm really starting to wonder if I should sleeve every one of these V cards. It's Suwance. That's right. If he lives in Liberal City, he'll get a slap on the wrist. I don't know if that's true when it comes to fraudulent white-collar crime, but maybe. Oh, Toy Catcher. Toy Catcher Ultra Rare. It's so golden. Flatulence? But they sell Gucci at the 4th market. What? There's Sir Fetched. We got Rune Rage. Oh, Rune Rages. Smoke My Rona. Serena and Belissi. G.I. Joe going up in price on eBay. Invest. I'm gonna list it as first edition. I'm gonna list it on eBay as first edition base set booster box, and then I'm gonna take a picture of it, and it's gonna be G.I. Joe. I feel like if I do that, eBay's gonna get mad. Maybe I don't mess with eBay. Is G.I. Joe legit going up? That's funny. I bought about $3,000 of G.I. Joe right after the video came out. Jordan Natividad. Let's find your bag, Jordan. Let's see. Where did we last see you? Were you actually in the... Oh, you are. Here you are. All right. Thank you so much, Jordan. You did pick up a golden ultra rare. Nice. Toy Catcher. More like looks like Suck Catcher. Have you ever been scammed before? Yeah. I lost $23,000 one time. It was actually 2 years ago that I lost it. And I lost it to a guy who was buying cards here on this channel. And he was buying them with pending orders. And I was opening them like a fool because I didn't know back then that pending orders can bounce. I just figured it was just a delay when the money arrives. No, no, no. Pending orders can be canceled. And so he was just buying endless amounts of cards. And then I don't know if he was personally canceling them or if they were bouncing. And then he's like, oh, I can just keep going or something like that. He managed to spend $23,000 with me before I caught on. So it was pretty bad. He cleaned out a lot of product doing that. Nicholas Gruber says 5 Pokemon sticker boosters. All right, you got it. Wait, did you say the Gengar 9 TCC slab as well? That's not for sale. Look, it's Derek Ortega's, and that is a card behind it that is for sale. Let me flip this around so that doesn't happen. You goof. There we go. Ah, geez, that sucks. WTF. Yeah, you know, I basically didn't make that as much money that year as a result. That's a huge loss, really. I still made money that year, but $23,000 loss is pretty substantial. I ended up confiscating as many of his cards as I could. And really, maybe I got about $2,000 back. So, Nicholas Gruber, you've got 40 bucks. There we go. All right, very good. The thing is, he sent me, a promissory note saying he would pay it back and an image of his driver's license. So I felt that he was being honest that it was a mistake, the guy who did it. And maybe he was just very bad with money. I don't know. I suppose I could have pursued him legally, actually. So I'll tell you the truth, though. I was doing pretty good with Pokemon cards, so I don't know. I guess I let it go. It's weird. Of all incidences that have happened to me, that should have been the one that I pursued. I looked into hiring a lawyer. I really did. We got Magmar, Onyx. No, not coughing. Here you go. Did he drop off the map? He made a number of payments, and then he stopped responding. He stopped making payments. So he was making me monthly payments to pay it back, and then he stopped. And I don't know, maybe he lost his job or something. Hard to say. You should. Someone in chat, a lawyer? Yeah, I mean, if there's a lawyer in chat who has nothing better to do, you can look into it. I have all his information. Here we go. We got Hitmonlee. Here we are. How many days did it take for him to spend 23,000? It took a long time. He'd been buying all year, basically. Here's Gengar. He'd been buying all year with orders that were pending and then bouncing. Pokeball? Wow. And here's a Gengar of your own. Different Gengar, though. Give us his info. We can get the money back the other way around. Or the other way. I probably could. His name was Bryant Lewis. Here we are. Maybe he left this world. Yeah, I thought of that too. Because he disappeared during COVID. So I wonder if he got sick or something. Or got laid off. A lot of people were getting laid off. Here's Brock. Eevee. This is pre-recorded. I'll bring Joe Pesci and we'll teach him a lesson. All right, let's see. That year, he wasn't the only one to do it, by the way. A number of guys had ordered quite a large number of cards for me. He was just the very worst offender. They had ordered cards on pending transactions, and then those transactions bounced. And so I learned my lesson, and that's why we never open pending orders anymore. All right, look at that Pikachu. Nick G says, please, for the love of God. Which one were you hoping to pull, Nick? You got some money left over, Nick. You got 40 bucks here. You want me to open a few more? Mister, did you do giveaway 2 days ago? I might have. Hey, Nick, you got 40 bucks left over. You want to do 5 more? Raffle Ditto. No response. Mr. Start too late. I'm sorry, Skating Journey. Put the... okay, 5 more. You got it. Put the rest toward 5 more, he says. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, cool. I've been spamming that, says Nick. I'm sorry, Nick. I'm sorry. Nick, you know I only look at the comments at the wrong time, right? They were just pre-pending to pay you. Yep, that's exactly what happened. I wonder how many of them knew about the pending order and were actually just able to cancel it. Here we are. Nick says, finally. If you offer PSA 9 or 10 of the Raw to Evolution line, I might have to snatch it. What you're saying? You're saying you got a snatch? Mister. Let me know if you got that good snazatch, mister. 10 Accrual. Arcanine. Evil Pichu. How do you guys feel about Evil Pichu? Was it a good one, or you want a different emoji? Give me the feedback on Evil Pikachu. I would like to thank everyone who has got me this far and was able to make this happen. All right, Alakazam. It can be hard to get the right sticker, huh? Ooh. There we go. Oh, it's Officer Jenny. Officer down. Dude, this Hypno is very good at yoga. That don't even make sense. The way you open the sticker is so satisfying. Oh, thank you. She's doing an American salute, it looks like. I didn't know cops saluted. What emoji did we lose? Something. Not sure. Drowsy, Executor, Magneton, Dratini. Oh, man. No Gengar, no Scyther Hollow, no Snorlax Hollow. Come on, bro. All right, there we are for Nicholas Gruber. Mr. Nick, was it worth it? What'd you get? You got Officer Jenny, Pikachu, Eevee, Brock, and Pokeball. I feel like they're okay. All right, and then over here, you did not pull a non-hollow Charizard. You got non-hollow Gengar. Mister, you're too nice to people. Going to take advantage of that. You need to get more Spankies. Nicholas Gruber. New bag? I don't know if I saw a Nicholas Gruber bag in there earlier. Noah. It's tall Noah. Oh, look, it's Nicholas Gruber. Yay. Nicholas says, let's go. What? Why so enthralled? Why so excited? All right, so we're going to take Alan Donut, and we're going to have to move him. I think we'll move you down here, Alan Donut, next to Mr. Stephen Barr. Excuse me. So we'll move you next to Stephen Barr. And now we're going to grab a whole box, and we're going to write N on the front. Okay, N. I guess that's where we are. We need another N box. Oh, and right away we can take Mr. Nicholas Zalewski and place him in the box. And we could take Nori Almansori and we could place him in the box. And we can take those two guys. All right, so those are the two guys going in that box. And Nicholas Gruber is going in the box. How do you feel about that, Nicholas? Nicholas says, I'm honored. All right, now we have 3 N boxes. Yay, 3 N boxes! Crazy. Jordan Bruno, with the big order, can I get 3 custom Spankies? So we're starting with 3 custom Spankies. 1, 2, oh, Score Bunny. And 3. Ah, they're cold, though. I'm sorry. 4 spots in the box break. Oh, Jesus. You guys really want some Roaring Skies. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jordan Bruno. Okay. 2 Star Wars Galaxy 2 and 2 Star Wars Galaxy 3. All right, you got it. Oops. I ordered 2 sticker packs last night. Hopefully you didn't miss them, says Alex. How's it going, Alex? Oh, so Alex, you're thinking I missed your 2 packs. I don't know. It looks like I pulled them. That's out of your box. Nick says I ordered an hour ago. An hour ago. Wow. So wait times go up so fast. Snip. Snip. What do we got? Alex was just saying I ordered 2 stickers. He wasn't saying, hey, mister, did you pull my 2 stickers? Maybe it's because he knows he's got to get the spanky for asking. Spank. You ready? Here goes. Okay, we got some ugly ones. Lots of ugly ones. Ban Alex. There we go. Pack number 1. Pack number 2. Did you miss my pre-order of a new soul? What is that thing? That dark soul. Remembers that ending with the Slave Nightingale. Hey, mister, pull my finger. Okay, this is pretty epic. Oh, very epic, but no sexy waifus and no etched cards, which is really what we're after. How much snow you gotten so far, mister? We had like 2 snow days, pretty thin, not very much. Actually, I think out here in Lake of the Ozarks, we get less snow than in where I'm originally from, St. Charles. Yeah, St. Charles is further north. Lake of the Ozarks is further south in Missouri. So the weather is slightly warmer. All right, what do we got here? Why are they doing this to me? Jesus Christ. Okay. Your first day production is this radar thing. Station and C-3PO. It's kind of neat. Whoa. He looks like a bounty hunter. Okay, and pack number 2. What degrade, says Alex. All right. Okay. Mostly just cold ones, I think, Mr. Jordan Bruno. Thanks so much, though. Let's find your bag. Every time I order cards, I call my bank and say it's fraudulent. I'm Poke Rich. Cancel that transaction. I think if you do that like once or twice with PayPal, that's when they lock your account up. Right? That's what that lawsuit is, right? They locked my funds up. PayPal be like, damn right. And you're not getting them back. Joseph, you didn't say you needed a new bag, did he? Let me go looking. I'm pretty sure he does not. I have a bag. All right, cool. I cannot spend another cent on Pokemons this month. You sure can. Open that wallet, mister. What you mean to say is you need a loan shark loan so that you can open more Pokies. That's what you mean to say. I'm just making fun of you. You're not truly poor until you go into debt. That's the next step. Hayden Sight says, hi, I'm new, so I need a bag. Could I get 2 of the Pokemon Merlin stickers? Uh-oh, he's a new guy, and he only ordered 2 sticker packs. You know what that means? Instant hit. He's about to pull the hottest sticker. 2 Star Wars Galaxy 2. Okay. You know how it goes. When somebody's new, they automatically snipe. And 5 Eevee Heroes. What's your favorite booster box? My favorite booster box? Hololive. It's the one with all the waifus. Debt is fake. Government can't go after you transfer your Bitcoin into Poke Slabs. Oh my god. My Pokeball is always too much, but never enough. 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. Ooh. There we go. My boss was telling me that he ignored $10,000 of debt for like 10 years until they called and were like, yeah, just pay us 1K and we'll call it even. That probably works with some things. Probably not most things, actually. I think it depends on what it was you bought. Like, for example, if you don't pay your mortgage, they'll take your home. You know what I mean? They'll take your home away. If you don't pay your car, they'll take your car away. Maybe it was like a hospital bill? Could have been a hospital bill, maybe. I wish Crying Pepe Emoji was on here. Collection settlements. Yeah, I've heard of those too. Oh, I'm so happy to see Star Wars packs again. And when you are at that point, I'm pretty sure your credit is destroyed, by the way. So if you spend 10 years not paying a $10,000 loan, you are going to end up paying way more interest anytime you borrow money, which means anytime you move to another home, anytime you apply for a car, and that's if they even accept you at all. So if you apply for a car or a home and they see you got a absolutely thrashed credit score, they're going to say, we don't want you, you're too risky, because you're going to try to borrow money from us and you're not going to pay it back. So that's why we have credit scores, by the way. So it's not like a automatic win. He's got a destroyed credit score, which blocks him from dealing with certain people, being able to do business with them. And then even when he finds somebody who will do business with him, he's going to pay massive amounts more interest, which really adds up pretty fast, actually, especially when you're talking about buying a large home, which could be like 200, 300, all the way up to 500,000 quite quickly. Well, if you're talking about a few interest rate points, you know what I mean? 5% more on your interest could be an insane difference. But I don't exactly know how it works out when you have a terrible credit score. Like, will they even give you the loan? I don't know. It's designed to punish you for trying to get away with saving $10,000 on not paying a debt that you owed. You know what I mean? Can't believe how much money is in the Japanese Pokemon singles alone. Yeah, Pokemon cards are very interesting. They're sort of like this speculative asset. You know what I mean? And opening packs is almost like it's like a RNG box. You know what I mean? Very interesting. All right, very good. Mr. Hayden Slight. Nice to meet you, Hayden. You got the Executor. You got a Leafeon, and you got some lovely Star Wars cards in your bag now. I really like this music. All right. Hayden, you're going in that H box. Very good. Joseph Vargas says, what's up, man? Let's do 2 Brothers of Legend Yu-Gi-Ohs. I almost call them Lugios. Thanks, mister, says Hayden. No problem. I paid for the Yu-Gi-Oh slab. We are going to have a Yu-Gi-Oh mold made. Piri Rise map. Oh. I seen an anime card in my bag and I didn't think it was mine, says Anthony Rodriguez. Interesting. Here is Stealth Kragan Spawn. So that was for Joseph Vargas. All right, I can order more Yu-Gi-Ohs now. What? Here we are, Joseph Vargas. Oh, because of the slab, right? So it could take a while before it actually is done being produced. When it comes to the mold, it takes them about a month to make the mold, and then I want to say about a week to produce the slabs. And then the slabs have to ship over here, and it's bulk shipping. It's really heavy. They weigh hundreds of pounds because you got to order them in huge quantities, right? So it takes a long time for all that to finish. So we could have Yu-Gi-Oh slabs in about maybe a month and a half at the fastest. Pablo Jimenez says 10 chili rains. All right, 10 chili rains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8. I can't trust anyone who smokes weed with a glass of milk. What? Finally picked up both red Pikachu. What? Oh my God, mister. Red's Pikachu. That's my Pokemon. You can't just go around buying that. All right. We're at 10. Let's slash some prices on the slabs over here, by the way. So this is Rowlet and Alolan Executor. I looked him up and he was like $100 and something. I'm gonna go look at that again. That seems high, doesn't it? So that's 215. So it says there's one for sale for $300. But what about sold? Oh, yeah. So he actually has sold on January 11th. This car sold on January 11th for $130. I'll show it to you. So there it is, 130, January 11th. And then there's only one for sale online. And it's this one. They want like $300 for it. So I don't really know why it's going for so much. Maybe it's because Unified Minds is getting so expensive. I understand it's a GMA slab, though. And people, when they look at the GMA slab, they go, I'm going to have to re-slab that with PSA. It looks really nice, actually. The card inside looks like it probably is a 10. I'm going to reduce it to $100 now. And I don't know if I'll go a lot lower than that. But there it is at 100. And then what do we have over here? We got Polyswag from the Squirtle deck. I'll be honest, this card's probably like pop, who knows? It's probably going to be like pop 5, 6, 7. It's going to be real low if I had to guess. This is from the Squirtle deck. You can see the Squirtle icon in the corner. It is Poliwag, though. I mean, I would go down to like 65 maybe. I don't want to go down very far on this card. I view this card as like genuine vintage stuff. You know what I mean? Cool stuff. And here's Slowpoke and Psyduck. And this price is much cheaper than the PSA version of the card, is it not? We'll go down to 75 on Slowpoke Psyduck. And so this is to entice you, because I'd like to remove these slabs from the table and get some new ones up. All right. It's really surprising me. This is an alternative art for the Rowlet. Surprising me that it's going for so much. All right, Pablo Jimenez. I have a small bag, says Pablo. Snip. I bought a Babe Ruth CSG today. What? Babe Ruth? I love Babe Ruth bars. They're so yummy. All right, there we go. Here's Diglett. Here's Malamar, Castform, and Slowking. Here's Peony, Weedle and Weeding Gloves and Frostlass. Avery, Evil Pikachu. He's an evil omen. Here's Scorbunny. Larvesta Inteleon. And Golurk. That's pretty rough, Mr. Pablo. Pablo got a cold round, don't you guys think? Joe Biden when he sees fresh 40-year-old hair. What, 40-year-old hair? Don't you mean like 15-year-old hair? Here's a VMAX EB. Galarian Slowking looks like a Powerpuff Girl villain. Does he? All right, Pablo with a P. Let's find your bag. You're probably going to be in the P box. Fuzz in my face. Get that fuzz out of my face. Here we are. Evil Pikachu. That Pikachu's up to no good. Got a lot of hollows in your bag, man. Greg Brown is next. He says, I have a bag. 2 shiny stars. All right. Oh, here we go. We got open box over here. 1, 2, and 10 evolving skies. Hello. Where can I grade, mister? Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are you only ripping on Joe Biden because he's old? Yeah, pretty much. Rip. I'm an ageist. I don't think that you're allowed. I don't think that you should be a politician if you struggle to speak full sentences. So yeah, that is me ripping on him because he's too old. That's exactly right. Let's sneep it. Sneep. I wish he can sift my hair. That's why. I'm getting Star Birth first and then Brilliant Stars. Mister is a secret agent slash. That's right. Secret agent. That's ageist. Man, I'm going to be 80 years old. I'm going to be some stinky poop someday. If I live that long even, what a blessing it would be to live that long. Because, you know, the average age is like 75. So living into your 80s is special. And then some people go before that. They go in their 50s and their 60s. So I'd have to say he's a little too old. I'm giving birth to Star because that's brilliant. Here's Rubber Gloves. Come on, Greg. Oh, Zinnia's Resolve. That's a hit, man. Gradable Waifu card. Nice. Looks well centered, too, from here. Here's a Romulated Garbodor. By then, we can become cyborgs, right? You know, actually, all this money we're spending because of COVID is kind of sad if you think about it, because it puts everything else on delay. And it makes me wonder, in the last 2 years, would we have made more progress on like cancer cures or other medical advancements in the last 2 years if we didn't have to stop everything to handle freaking COVID? That'd be nice. It probably put a lot of medical research on pause because the COVID vaccine probably took priority. And yes, it's kind of sad. Also, just all the lost money in the economy, a lot of money would have been lost. When there's more money in your economy, you're able to fund research and stuff like that, right? So your government has leftover money, and then they go, okay, here's your money for research. Go do some research. All right, you got Dragapult. So it's kind of sad. Stunk Journer. Stunk, stunk, stunk. All right, here's Stunk Journer with his boots. Here's Rillaboom with his Ooga Booga Booga. And we've got our 2 code cards. Not very good ones. Nacho! It's a great show. All right, there we go. Greg Brown. Thanks, Greg. They know how to stop cancer. They don't want to. You people have been saying that since I was a kid. They killed the man who cured cancer. They don't want you to cure it. Mezu better watch out with my Booby Monster set. Uh-oh. 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 Matthew Hayes. Hello, mister. Can I get 4 Roaring Skies? Matthew Hayes. 2, 3, 4. It's been a bloodbath in terms of what, as well as the reverberations down society. Yeah, it's hurt the human race, right? Which I guess is what you expect from a virus that kills people. We cross interlude. 1, 2, 3, 4. for Hololive Japanese. I'll take store credit if anything's sold out. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just put them on a piece of paper and draw circles. I made a box. Sleep. Sometimes you gotta spank the baby when he wants the bottle but can't have it. That's right. All right, here goes. Matthew Hayes. We've got Toko level 2. We've got Himawari. Hanma. Okay. Oh, what do we get? Secret rare Towel. Nice, man. So this is one of those secret rares. Wow, she's doing a little peace sign. She's so cool. Look, she's got her little Valkyrie ears on her head. She's so crazy. Doot. Okay, here's Lulu Suzuhara. Was that one of the retired VTubers? Lulu? I don't remember. Lululemon. Here's... Oh, that's Hololive. So hold on. Let me sleeve these up. All right. Hoochie mama. Now, Hololive. Booby girl. Booby girl. Witch girl. Girl with feet. Fox girl. I don't know what she is actually. Diva Star. Boobage girl. And come on, signature card. Dark Fox. That's for Matthew Hayes. I feel like these cards were made for the female gaze. I'm the next VTuber girl. Guess you just got to practice saying, Senpai! Senpai! And then nobody has to know who you are on the other side. So, I mean, men know what men want best. So you probably could be one of these VTuber girls. In fact, you don't need to practice saying senpai in a girly voice. Just use a voice alterer, voice changer. There you go. Went to your box. Very nice. William Zhang, he says, 18 packs of Fusion Strike. Wow, that's a big order, man. Just have your voice get altered into a girl voice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 for William. And then once you have a really big following, do the reveal that you're just some dude, and it'll make it to the news. I'm a VTuber, says Alex. Can't wait to see my wife's Marvel box to arrive. Have you opened much Marvel? Yeah, we've been through a bunch of boxes. It's not the most popular pack, to be honest. The girl packs definitely take precedence over them. Not sure why she just received a whole lot of harassment. CR booster box for the sweet full arts. CR booster box. So, Mr. William, I'm rooting for you. Rootin' tootin'. Alley-ootin'. When you getting chin Pokemon? Oh, my God. What was the saying? We must complete the Prime Directive or something like that? I don't remember how that episode goes. But Pokemon packs are number 1. Pokemon packs continue to do very well. Here's Electric and Deoxys. I feel that is interesting how much the girl cards go for, because it's not like the girl cards are as established as Pokemon, which means if they really were an established franchise, they would probably be going for insane amounts of money. Something to think about and reflect on when it comes to Pokemon cards too, because Pokemon has girl cards. There's probably a sexiest girl card in Pokemon, or a most desirable one. I mean, didn't I just sell that one card for $15,000 for Mary? The, whatever her name is, Lily? So, definitely very interesting to think about. Here's Darua. Caterpie. Swampert. Golem and Cinderace. All right, there we are. Grimmel may just keep both Marvel boxes sealed then. Yeah. They're definitely not performing as well as like Girl cards on this channel. Because the Marvel cards are coming from Weiss Schwarz, and I'm selling tons of the other Weiss Schwarz sets. Marvel's selling every now and then. It's insane how much Japanese waifus go for. What do you think a TCC 8 Gloria is worth? Well, the raw card inside has an innate value, so it probably wouldn't be beneath that. I guess it's whatever somebody's... Oh! William Zhang pulls Gengar VMAX. Excellent. Such a cool card, man. Woo! He says, get in my mouth. I'm about to give you the suck. All right, very nice. So hard to pull that card, man. I think that's only the 4th time we've ever pulled it, and we have opened tons of fusions. Yeah, actually, you know, this Snorlax probably worth watching. Nah, he's off center. Never mind. Here's Slugmaballs. We'll go ahead and save that too. And Pansage. All right. Gengar was never known for like sucking everything up like Kirby. Why did they decide on that? So weird. Very strange. All right, Mr. William, let's find your bag. Mr. William. Gosh, we had your bag yesterday, didn't we? Dream Eater, that's fair. Maybe it's Dream Eater that he's using. I mean, they're the creators of him, so however they write him is how he is. You know what I mean? You can't argue with the creators. So if he's giving out the big suck, that's what kind of Pokemon Gengar is. He's eating your soul. Will says, yo! Catching up with the stream here. I just can't find your bag, though. Wait, did you say... Okay, you do have a bag, huh? Where did we put it? This is so frustrating. There's just too many bags. Very interesting. So if you wouldn't be in there... Oh, we have this up top box, don't we? Oh my god. So we have 3 XYZ boxes. 3 of them. And here you are. I found you. Found you. You're in the top one. Ridiculous, dude. You know what I need to do, guys? I need to take a day and I need to rearrange all the boxes so that all of them are next to each other. So all 3 of the Z boxes are next to each other. I got kind of like a piecework going on over here where it's like they're all patched in here and there, the new boxes. Nicholas Gruber, instead of Gengar, open 5 more sticker boosters. Thanks, Nicholas. John Gamia says, what's Gucci, mister? Let me get 1 week cross and 13 on my slab away, says John Gamia. You got it, John. I have a bag. All right, John. Why did I get his bag before opening the pack? All right. We've got Toko and Clepsydra. It's Clepsydra. She's a little Clep. I don't know about that Clip. All right. Boop. John Gamio. And 13 on your slab away. Let's go take care of that. All right, it's been updated. Sergio Tolentino Hernandez. I'll take one Hololive, he says. You got it, Sergio. Any plans to get in some Japanese Dream League packs? No, there's no plans for that, I'm afraid. Not right now. There's always a lot of different sets we could get. And right now, we'll be using a lot of our capital to bring in the new sets. Starbirth and the Brilliant Star. Because that's what people are going to want to open. They're going to open a ton of that. Mr. Sergio. Unfortunately, it seems that the older sets don't sell that well when it comes to the Japanese sets. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Just seems like we got Volt Tackle. Volt Tackle hasn't been super popular. On the other hand, English Volt Tackle has been very popular. So, it's kind of interesting. I watch how cards perform. Also, Cosmic has not been super fast moving. Cosmic itself. Paulo Gurate says, hey, Mr. Regular TCC grading for my alternative art Mew if you think it's a potential 10. Also 4 Fusion Strikes. That's where all the money is in raw singles for my... Here we are. Sweet. So, Paulo, you know, I've said this many times. Raw singles can sometimes be a good deal. Or you could be buying somebody's card where they've examined it under a harsh light and they can actually detect that it's not going to grade 10. I've seen that a lot. Just remember, that's the dumping ground for people who have already looked at the card and they don't want it anymore because they know it's not going to grade well. But you're right. I mean, sometimes you can get a good deal with the singles. Here's Levany. Japanese cards seem to sell for more. That's not necessarily been what I've seen. Look at this Gengar V. He looks so nice. You know, I don't feel like we pull this Gengar V very often. Did you guys notice that? He seems kind of rare. And Lopunny. That's for Paulo. Let's go grab Paulo's bag. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. I could sit here and grade your card for you to a certain degree on the table, but I don't know if I want to make that my job here on the table to grade your card every time. It doesn't seem right. Something about it doesn't seem right because, first of all, if it grades wrong when I take it down later, I don't want people to be mad at me for that. But also, it just seems like cheating almost, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't know. I need time to think about it. Paulo, great. You know, because it's interesting, because for some guys, I really have sat down and looked at their card really carefully before sending it off. Your card looks pretty good. All right, Mr. Paulo. I need a policy on that. Eero says, hey there. Went really deep last stream, so today I'll make only this order. My quarantine is over, so no more weekday streams for me. Thanks for all the entertainment and the last 2 weeks. He wants 1 box break, 1 Evolving Sky, 1 Chili Rain, 1 Vivid, and 53 to his slab away. All right, you got it. So we'll get you in the box break. There we go. You know what it is? It's sort of like a request just like that one that kind of concerns me. So like if you put in a request and the request says, only grade my card if it can grade 10. You know what I mean? And I find that interesting because if everyone requested that, there would be no 9s. You would just only grade 10 with TCC grading. And somehow that doesn't feel right. I don't know. All right. 1 Evolving Skies. 1 Evolving Skies. 1 Chili Rain. 1 Chili Rain. 1 Vivid Voltage. Here we are, Vivid Voltage. Only grade if it's an 11. It's almost like you got graded for free. That's what it is. No more 7 Deadly Sins. They're on the way, okay? We've got them on the way. 53 to your slab away. Let's go find your slab away. So 182.5 minus 53 plus 0.75 leaves you with 130.25. There you go. All right, now we're ready to open these. Hey folks, is anyone able to confirm if the shipping is included for international orders for junk boxes? It's not. I'm afraid it's not. I highly do not recommend buying it if you're international. International shipping would be 55 to 75 US dollars. It'd be very expensive. And really, you would be paying all that money just for some, non-valuable pulls. No chase pulls in there, unless by accident. Duskull, and yeah, maybe you should say that. Maybe you should say shipping paid for U.S. orders only, or something like that. You know what I mean? Because you're not the first person to ask, so I feel bad having to explain it later. All right, that's for Eero. Mr. Eero, it was a lot of fun, man. Sorry to hear that you're probably back off to work. You know, Eero, I need to be on quarantine sometime. I need a break. I need a vacation with my wife. I feel like she really misses me. I'm definitely some kind of workaholic, and she hardly sees me. She really hardly sees me. It's pretty bad. She didn't want me to go tonight. She wanted me to sleep in with her. I'm like, well, gotta go. I'm like, I don't miss the stream. Maybe in a way, it makes her feel like she takes second place to my job. So I understand that. But I don't know when to go on vacation. Maybe in June. Wait, people get vacation? Actually, when I left home when I was 17, and I took my very first vacation since I left home with my wife. She was then my girlfriend. We went on a spring break together while we were in college. And so if I left home at 17, it would have been about 7 years later that I took my first vacation. So I just worked like crazy for 7 years and had no vacations. It was really nice. And she had never been on vacation to Florida, and her family was really poor, just like mine. So she never really she'd never seen the beach, for example. So she didn't really do things. Okay, let's get a concept of the prices on these cards. What's the number on this guy? He's 188. Ah, that saves a lot of time. He's too cheap. I can't sell him. All right, he goes back. Suicune. $200. So the Suicune is $200. That is also pretty cheap. Yeah, I guess we'll do it. I feel like the Suicune is a lot closer, but the price is still surprisingly low to me. Now, the Hidden Fate Sylveon, I don't have high expectations for that. That's because there's a bazillion of them. And this is $175 now. Crazy how cheap this card is. It used to be like $500, guys. But maybe it's finally done dropping in price. Who knows? Like, how much lower can it go? You know what I mean? It's Schmuckle. Oh, wow. There's no Schmuckles for sale. Did I type the number in right? Yep, I think I did. Oh, wow. So the last one sold in October. No, that's not right. We had one sell in December for 100 and... Wow, it sold for 140 if you count the shipping. Huh. I'm actually a Shuckle fan. Look at that. It says a while back I bought it for 100. What's the most expensive Shuckle you can buy? I like Shuckle. It's just that I don't feel like I don't want to hold a bunch of cheap cards. It's one of the things I've learned about myself. I don't have enough room for like 300 cheap cards. You know, it's too much. All right, so I'm gonna price them at $150. See, the last one sold at $109, but then there was like $34 shipping as well. So Shuck will be about $150. And then, oh my God, this is such a good card. Why would I sell this? Let me just take a look at it. I don't know if I really want to sell it, actually. It's a really good card. Wow, that's at 260. No, that's, I'm sorry. Hold on. Maybe not. Oh, it's at 210. From a breakpoint box, and it's Espeon. That just seems low. You know what? I will sell it. I'm going to sell it at the higher price of the next item. So I'll place it here. And the other one, you'll probably wait for the other one to sell first. All right. That's some quality slabs in my opinion, like the Suicune and the Espeon. I mean, those are really nice. Sylveon's kind of high pop, but maybe the price reflects that already. And then the Shuckle is a surprise higher price card. I kind of expected him to be cheaper, but apparently not. And there's none for sale online. You can't just go buy a Shuckle right now. He's not listed for sale. So it's kind of interesting. So I have one, but you're not going to find one on eBay. Unless there's one in auction, maybe. So, after Eero, we have Cheese. He's been waiting patiently. Let's get you some cards, Cheese. Mr. Cheese. The Incineroar, by the way, was only 100. And he's a hyper rare, like, from Team Up as well. Like, you open a box of Team Up for, like, over $800. It's, well, I don't know what it goes for anymore, but... And then you pull, like, your hyper rares Incineroar and you're expected to sell them for $100. That's, like, stupidly low. So, there's definitely some Poke deals out there. I think I'd rather hold him. Here's Ursaring. Sweet. Yeah, these prices are kind of low. Weird. I wonder if they'll go back up. Was going to have to buy a new Switch to play it on, so I guess I saved a good bit of money. Alright, I'm sorry, Cheese. Those were actually cold. Sylveon has been bought. That was easy. Luis Rodriguez, 4 Shining Fates. Ah, yes, the Shining Fates. Let me go crack them open now. Ouch. We got a fresh case of Shining Fates over here. All right, very good. Just gotta try and make it over here without tripping. Ah, beautiful. Mr. Lewis, what's up, man? How's the wait time? You know, it's probably getting pretty long. We're at 4 a.m. I'm supposed to call no more orders now. It's kind of a shorter stream then. I'm down 25 pounds. Nice, man. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to lose some weight right now. I haven't been eating any dessert. That's probably the hardest part right there, just not having any dessert at all. It's really tough. I love dessert. Cookies, cakes, donuts. Oh, man. A coffee and a donut in the morning? Like, how do you beat that? It's such a, like, it's such an awakening stimulant. Just turns your brain right on. It's like hitting a switch almost. All right, Mr. Lewis. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lewis says he's also ready for shipping. Yeah, I could eat like an apple and water in the morning, right? So you can get like an apple and water. Gengar's not for sale. He doesn't belong to me. You could pull a Gengar in grade 1. Maybe yours would grade 10, which would be pretty crazy, right? What makes the sticker a 9 and not a 10? That Gengar is too off-center to be a 10. Here's Poltegeist. Ooh. Oh, there are these print lines in the holo. Let me show you. See that? It's a really obvious print line too. But I've noticed the print lines are extremely consistent with all of these stickers. Like there's not a single sticker so far that has not had that print line. And so we're considering it part of the graphic in this case. So if you had print lines in yours, that would be okay. However, since he is too off center, he's not going to get the 9. Or he's not going to get the 10. Other things to consider on the grade, if his surface has, let's say, residue on it because it was stuck to the pack, that would cause it to miss. Because if you get a holo and it was the last card touching the film from the pack, there's residue, and then also it can actually have residue on the back of the card as well. I've seen that, and then it's a square cut card, so if it has messed up corners, you're gonna lose it as well. So this one was actually very close, this Gengar. And also, by the way, when I handle your cards on this table, I'm aware of all those issues, and I do my very best to protect your card and handle it very carefully. You know what I mean? Because I know you'll want to grade it later. But in his case, he's just off center. And so he's thin on the bottom and thick on the top, and that's going to give him the 9. He could have been a much lower grade very easily with enough other problems. I have left residue on her too. All right, Lewis, let's grab your bag. He's ready for some shipping. All right, Lewis, I approve. I fast most of the day. Dude, I've tried fasting. That is really hard for me to do, the fasting. I think I get like so unhappy that it disrupts my ability to work, you know, because eating, you know, it probably hits your dopamine sensors and it puts me in a good mood. And when I'm in a good mood, I work my tail off. And then when I'm in a bad mood, all I can think about is how mad I am. You know what I mean? So it's really tough to just don't eat. You know what I mean? Exercise and don't eat. Great. It's like, all right, well, now I don't want to do anything, though. When I have a nice big meal, I'm like, all right, I can work for 12 to 16 hours and feel good about it. I won't have any negative feelings. So, yeah, having a delicious meal really makes me put in a good mood and ready to work like crazy. And then skipping a good meal does the opposite of that. It puts me in a very frustrated, sort of like personality, frustrated mood, and not really wanting to work anymore. So, and that's definitely got to do with like energy and all that other stuff. But I don't think it's just energy. I think it's like this, you know, when you work, the work itself is already kind of like a stressor. It already, you know, nobody likes to work. Nobody wants to wake up and go to their job and do something like shipping, card stocking, whatever you're doing, right? But when I have something nice to eat, it kind of smooths, it just kind of relaxes me. Maybe it's like it's like drinking alcohol or something when you're anxious or whatever, because I know people do that too. But for me, working too much can put you in a bad mood, and it's almost like I handle that by having a nice meal. It's like, who cares? Let's just get back to work now. You know what I mean? So, but it's a difficult thing to overcome. Oh, you're having me test your address. Let's see if the address is right. Yes, it is. Very good. All right, next up we got Cesar Rodriguez. I have a bag, 1 Wheatcross. 1 Celebrations. 1 Celebrations. I believe we do have that right here. What's work? Makes me go to bed. Food makes you sleepy. I wish food made me sleepy. I have trouble sleeping because all I think about is work. 3 Japanese Blue Sky Streams. All right. And donate the holos. Thanks, man. 1, 2, and 3. Oops. I hate my job, but it pays the bills and my debt and allows me to have extra money to blow, so I tolerate it. Yeah, and that's how it works for a lot of people. You know, I think one of the things that has happened in 2022, 2021, from all the people who are espousing like communism, oh, we need communism, we need money. I think some of them actually do need financial help. Maybe they made poor choices in life. Maybe they are just in the working class and there's been a big squeeze on the working class with the price of everything going up. So I get that, right? But then I think there's actually a group of people who just kind of feel entitled to have something for nothing. And it's like, dude, it's never been that for the human race. It's never been that way. Your grandfather and your grandfather's grandfather, they had to toil in the fields. You know, they had to put their farms together. Everyone's always had to work. It's just a fundamental aspect of life. And believing that the government's about to step in and remove that from your life, it's a fairy tale. It's never going to happen, you know, because nobody really wants to wake up and go to work for you so that you don't have to go, you don't have to go to, unless you're a sexy woman. If you're an absolute hoochie mama, a man will do that for you because he's after your boobies. That's about the only case. That's about the only time somebody will do that for you. And then he'll probably end up expecting you to help anyways, because he'll be like, well, you're going to take care of the house now. You know what I mean? Mr. Cesar Rodriguez, not too bad. You pick up Rocket Zapdos in that pack. So, I think that there's sort of like this fantasy that you can just get something for nothing now. And I don't know where that comes from. Maybe it's because life's been so easy for so long that now we just believe that's a thing. Like, oh yeah, you dream it, make it happen. What do they call that? They have a term for it when they're I'm something it. Manifesting? There it is. I'm going to manifest it. Yeah, I don't know. There we go. Heaps of people have gotten something for nothing, i.e. royals. Well, how did they become royal? Somebody in their family at some point had to do some really vicious fighting or whatever it is they did, some massive accomplishment. And now their children benefit through that because their children are their bloodline. So, and I don't have a problem with that. You're supposed to hand your stuff down to your own children. That makes the most sense. You pass your genes down, you pass your stuff down. You know what I mean? So I don't actually have a problem with that. And then people are very short-sighted and they go, hey, I hate that. But it's like, no, you shouldn't hate it. You can do it for your kids. And that's what the whole concept of improving the future is all about. You do that for your children, and then they live a better life than you, right? So that's the whole concept. But there's a lot of people who maybe they're in the working class, and they have those kind of expectations like, oh, well, you've got a lot of money. Well, why shouldn't I have a lot of money? Paulo Garate says, one Pokemon sticker pack, please. You got it, Paulo. My families both worked their whole lives and paid taxes. I worked until I became fully disabled, and they took so much taxes out of my measly checks while I did. That's crazy, man. I think it's a combination of how convenient things are and the amount of inflation the U.S. government is creating. Well, it doesn't help that we have a lot of politicians making some really large promises. You know what I mean? Actually, what's crazy, Paulo says, I'm just missing the Gengar Hollow. Good luck, Paulo. I feel like this last year, when we handed out the COVID money, I think that was actually really bad because I think it's going to cause society to be like, oh, we need a lot more of that. You know what I mean? We need a lot more of that free money, the free stimulus checks. And so there's going to be like a memory of that feeling of getting stuff for free. And that's all people are going to want. That's all people are going to vote for. And it will bankrupt you and it'll destroy you. You know, like it's almost like people don't believe in bankruptcy anymore. It's like, oh, it's real. Super real. You got Venusaur. Bankruptcy is just around the corner where nobody will want to sell you anything anymore because they know your money's no good. Stephen Demas says, 4 packs of Chili Rain. You got it, Stephen Demas. A 50 count of TCC card graders. I pay for shipping on my pre-order today. I also have another slab, Misty's Tentacruel, and Charizard VMAX. Here's my address. All right, let's go find Stephen Demas's bag. Sounds like we got a lot going on here, Stephen. I paid for shipping on my pre-order today. What was your pre-order today? Stephen Chang. I declare bankruptcy! Here we are. I think the financial state of America scares me a lot. Here we go. And we don't do enough to educate people about wealth and money, unfortunately. Sleep. Beep. Guy who swindled 23K declared bankruptcy. Maybe. Maybe he had a shopping addiction. Who knows? Here's Leiron. Here's Grablocked. Here's Justified Gloves. And Haunter and Celebi V. No, because the public school system is corrupt. Yeah, I was just talking about that with Mr. JC. And he's one of the guys who has been opening cards on this channel for a while. We were just talking about that in DMs on Discord. Yeah, it's sad that we actually pay a lot of taxes. If you guys didn't know this, you pay a lot of taxes to afford all those schools. The government keeps those schools running. They're like guaranteed jobs for those teachers. And they're not very competitive. Like if you compare our education system to the international school, like in China and Japan and places in Europe, it's really pretty badly competitive. It's not doing very well. But we pay so much. We pay like more than most countries for our education. We pay more and we get worse results. And then we're constantly lowering the bar. And lately, the big thing in America has been lowering the bar because of inequity, I guess. So it's really frustrating for me. That sounds terrible, actually. More progress. The opposite of progress. All right, Stephen Demas. Let's get that label printed. You said you had a pre-order, huh? I'm going to see. Let me go search your name, Stephen. That's like the opposite of progress for sure. Lowering school standards. To the country that gave them the opportunity to do so, because in a third world country, you do not have become a successful. Poor people are easier to control, or at least the government probably feels that way. No, I think it is true. I think poor people are easier to control. They're more dependent on you. And honestly, I think another issue is the more poor you are in life, the lower your self-esteem, to be honest. Oh, yeah. So, Stephen, you paid off your slab away. Thanks, man. Here we are, Stephen Demas. Now I got it. All right, let's get you shipped, Stephen. Now I understand. Now, don't worry, Stephen. Your other slabs will be grabbed. They get grabbed at the time of the shipping, okay? When you actually get boxed up. All right. Looking for jobs everywhere is hiring right now, so I don't see how that's even a thing. I agree wholeheartedly with your sentiment about the school systems being completely upside down compared to the rest of the world. Well, we used to have this thing called like American exceptionalism, right? American exceptionalism would mean that we have the toughest schools and the highest quality of education, the highest expectations from our citizens in school. Instead, we're like doing the other way around. We're lowering our expectations. I suspect that America is not really America the exceptional anymore. We're more like America the giant, out of shape, like obese, consuming country, and other countries who are actually pretty smart come in and sell us stuff. And then our country eventually will be gutted. We'll have nothing left. And then we'll be considered America the third world country, which we kind of are in some regards. Like it depends on where you're talking about, but some places in America are not doing very well. Yes, if you talk about certain like cities, like city of St. Louis, I've lived next to St. Louis most of my life. And when I was working for Coca-Cola, I would be filling up the Coca-Cola on the shelves in the coolers in a grocery store, because that was my job. And I'd be reading the magazine or the latest news. And the news would say something like 6 dead and drug shootout, St. Louis. I'm like, oh, that's about 15 minutes from where I'm working. You know what I mean? And it was terrible. And the article would say something along the lines of, yeah, there were drugs that got pushed over the border. It would be Mexican heroin being sold by black gangs in St. Louis. And everyone who is like a decent human being does everything they can to move out of the city. And then it's just like a downward spiral for the city, right? So if you have a nice career, you got money, you don't live in the city. You move out to Clayton, you move out to Creve Coeur, you move out to the areas surrounding the city, but not the city itself. And then you move further west, the more you want to get away from the crime. All right. Next up, we've got Mr. Sergio again. I have a bag, 3 Shiny Star Vs. You got it, Mr. Sergio. Sergio Hernandez. There we go. But that's why I talk about when I took, I had the same professor for micro and macroeconomics in college, and he talked about he talked about the pillars of an economy, and he taught at the beginning of each of the courses, and they're both the same. In both cases, he was explaining that you can't have an economy without security. He's like, the very first thing that a country or a place needs in order to establish sort of working economy, the very first thing you need is the feeling of safety. And he was explaining how you have to have that, or else people with serious money, investment levels of money, they won't go in because it's like it's too risky. And it's a pretty simple concept. Why would you risk putting your money into a city or into a country where you might die or you might have it all stolen? And he says people simply won't. And that alone destroys an entire economy. The feeling of insecurity does. So the very first thing that any American city needs right now is for all crime to just stop. Just stop the crimes, you know? And one of the arguments I've heard many times about crime levels in cities, I've heard that, well, when you're poor, you commit more crime. Now, I understand that sentiment. I think when you're poor and you're really struggling and your parents were bad to you, you get these deep feelings of like frustration, and that comes out of you. Also, I think the other thing that occurs is you end up joining a gang because the gang gives you structure or maybe like a job or an income, or they replace your parents in a way. So I get all of that. But see, I understand the concept of it, but I didn't choose to do that myself. I left home at 17, never saw my parents again, dirt poor. I was working at some point I was just working minimum wage at retail stores, a broken car, I had to walk in the cold to work. So I understood what it felt like to be poor and make no money. And yet I never felt like, as a result of being so poor, that I needed to shoot anyone. I never felt, as a result of being poor, that I needed to rape anyone. When you look at the rape statistics in a city, they're horrific, especially in an American city, real bad. St. Louis was #1 in violent crime for a very long time. And again, that's the city I live next to. And all I can think of is I can't keep blaming people's situations in life for the high crime. It has to, at some point, be their fault. You know what I mean? Like, you guys could just choose not to kill someone. It doesn't matter how poor you are. You don't have to kill someone. Theft I can understand. So if you're stealing to house yourself and to feed yourself, that's one thing. But the murder and the rape, I do not understand that. When you're poor, you don't have to do either of those things. You really don't. $2 to charity. And that's another thing. I never stole either. So I was poor the whole time, but I never stole. It's just against my principles as a person. Like, my brain understands you can't live happily with other people if you're a thief. So you have to do unto others what you want done to you, right? Do unto others what you would have them do to you, or whatever, however the saying goes. I understood that. And I said, you know, even if I'm poor, I have to be nice. That's what makes a society a first world country. That's what makes a society worth living in and comfortable. And that was really, really important to me, because I want to live in a nice society. I want to live in a nice place. So I have to do my part and not do any of the theft. And so I understood all of that, even though I was really, really struggling. But yeah, so that's just theft, by the way. But then you look at the murder statistics and the violent crime statistics and the rape statistics in a city like St. Louis, and it's just bonkers. It's like, what's wrong with you guys? Why are you doing this? Like, just chill, man. So nobody's going to want to move into St. Louis City because they're so terrible with all those horrible things in life, you know? And they could just stop doing all the murder and violent crime and rape. And probably people like me, by the way, would move in. Because my wife and I wanted to move closer to the city when we first graduated from school. But then we learned about all the crime statistics. And then we said, nope. We learned really quickly that you avoid those places because you don't want to be the victim of theft, but you also don't want to be the victim of a violent crime. And my wife was really affected by that data. Like, she saw the violent crime and she said, oh my God, I'm just this small person. I could be the next victim. And then she saw like the rape statistics. She's like, oh my gosh, I wouldn't feel safe going outside of my own home. You know what I mean? Which the odds of you getting raped in St. Louis is still pretty low, but it's like, it's not low enough in a way. You know what I mean? And also, when you compare it to places around St. Louis, it's much lower. Your odds are much lower outside of St. Louis. So you have choices. Why would you go to St. Louis when you could go to St. Charles? Why would you go to St. Louis when you could go to Lake of the Ozarks? The odds are much better. So yeah, I mean, and back then, she and I were actually both considered Democrats. We would call ourselves Democrats and vote Democrat. But it's like, it's so weird. Right after we got out of college and started paying taxes and saw the crime data, we're like, oh, we're conservatives. All right. You know, like, it happened very quickly. We're like, wait a second. We don't like that at all. You know what I mean? We don't like breaking the law, and we don't like it when other people break the law. J. Manuel says, I may have a bag. Let's see. Did you donate my $4 to the slab, says Anthony? I think I did. Did I? I tell you what, I think I did right here, $12.93 to $12.89. But in case I did not, let's donate $4. So in this case, if I did already get you, this is just me donating as well. So I'll help out as well. So this is $2.78. There we go. TCC ball soon. I can't wait, Alex. All right. So once again, J. Manuel says he may have a bag. Oh man, J. Manuel. Your name's really interesting because it has an M in it, so I have no clue where it would have been sorted, and there's like 20 J boxes that you could be in. Thanks, mister, just making sure. No problem. So anyways, I feel like the city of St. Louis could fix itself very quickly. All it has to do is just stop the murder. Like, even if the murder was the only thing they stopped doing, people would see that and they'd go, oh, okay, well, now I feel safer moving into the city of St. Louis. T-Rich, statistically, kids who grow up with both parents in the household are more likely to commit crime. So yes, mentors and fathers in the home. Maybe you mean, oh, without both parents. I see what you're saying. Kids who grow up without parents are more likely to commit crime. Yeah, I could believe that. That makes sense. Well, and that's kind of sad too, because I feel like one of the things that the Democrat Party kind of supports is getting rid of the nuclear family. And the nuclear family, it just gets talked about so negatively now. Like, oh, well, he's not a feminist if he has a woman at the home taking care of his kids. You need to be a girl boss. You don't need no man. Government welfare will raise your kids. And it's like, well, the father actually hands out some pretty tough love, and he creates that concept of order in the child's mind. With no father, you're gonna have the father replaced by a gang or just by chaos, basically, like a kid who thinks they can get away with anything. Because the moms don't really teach kids order as good as a dad does, in my opinion. Moms are really good at sort of like loving their kids, making the kid feel like, oh, I'm wanted. Dads are not as good at that. Dads are much better at saying, hey, you screw around and I'm gonna beat your ass. You know what I mean? Like, and then you go, oh, there's consequences to the things that I do. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do everything I want. Dad's gonna go crazy on you if you're bad. But that's just my sexist perspective of biological differences between men and women. Perhaps I'm wrong. I'm gonna get in trouble, huh? Hey, there is no such thing as masculinity or femininity. Those are constructs. All right, we're gonna place this in the J-O box, okay? You got to be the bad guy, per se, when you have children as a father. Long line. My dad said he was going to get me Pokemon and never came back. That's a good title. My dad said he was going to get Pokemon cards and never came back. Nick Draper, 10 Darkness Ablaze. Nick Draper. What's up, Nick? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Gangs have a huge impact on inner cities. They recruit young because they know kids are less likely to get caught by cops. Oh, yeah, that's the thing right now. So if you guys didn't know that, in California, they're really suffering from gang crime right now, gang theft. And so what they're doing is they are hiring these kids who are under the age of like 18 to commit all the crimes. And this ensures that if they get caught by the cops, there's no penalty. And the penalty is considerably less severe. So in California already didn't have very strong, punishments for theft. So it's almost as if the only thing keeping a society nice to live in are the laws. Oh my God, nobody could have seen it coming. That's crazy, mister. It's almost as if there were no laws, people would run around committing crime all day like wild animals. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what animals do in the wild. It's just whoever the strongest is. The only thing that stops one animal in the wild from eating another animal in the wild is whichever one is stronger, and that's it. And so humans, it turns out, are just like that. Who would have thought? If you are given permission to do what you want, you're just going to go beat up a grandma and steal all of her jewelry because it's easier to beat up a grandma than it is to work for minimum wage. Working for minimum wage is a much harder way to earn money, even though it's a more righteous way to earn money. There's Rillaboom. And Mimikyu, Mr. Nick Draper, he says, I don't have a bag. This is my first purchase. Nice to meet you, Nick. We just created a new N box. You might be going in there. Exactly, TCC. People are thinking they can change these systems we've had psychologically, genetically implanted. Right. Well, and that's a very common thing. The way I conceptualize the left and the right, I think the left, they're very open-minded. They're very sort of like, they're more nurturing. They're more like forgiving, perhaps. And they have this sort of like belief that everyone can be saved and everyone can be helped, and then we can all be friends and smoke pot around a bonfire together, and everyone, is happy and free love. And it turns out that's never been true about the human race. And the reality of the human race is it's full of war, it's full of criminal gangs almost everywhere. Every country has them. And it's full of these just horrible people that will do anything to you if there was no law, because they don't have that same feeling that makes you want to be like a liberal, perhaps. So they don't go, I want to cooperate with you and live in harmony. They go, I will take everything from you if you simply give me the chance to do it. And so if you don't believe those people are out there, it's because you're naive, because that's actually how a lot of people are. Andrew Jason Badana, howdy TCC. I'd like grading for my MC Leon Diva Rare. Oh, Lion Diva Rare. With the QR timestamp. Oh my God. Beat up grandma or flip burgers? Right, they're always going to choose to beat up grandma as long as it's not their grandma, but maybe even sometimes when it's their own grandma. There are people out there who are so vicious, they'll kill their own family members just to make a little money. And this reveals the nature of humanity. It's not something you can just suddenly, oh, that's not how we really are. Oh, they just had a rough childhood. No, some people are really born bad. And it's hard to accept that if you've been told your whole life, oh, you just need to, we're all going to coexist. We're all going to get along. We're all going to sing Kumbaya. You need to really meet somebody who's not like that. Meet somebody who's just a psychopath. Everyone knows psychopaths are out there. But it's like you need to spend some time around one. Really spend some time around him. Really get to know him. And then you'll be like, oh my God, you're like a wild animal, dude. There's no way that you and I are going to get along. The best thing that we could have between me and you is a total separation. Because I don't want to be near you. Because you're going to eat me or something. Jason Badana. There we go. We're not all angels. And when you're very naive, maybe you believe that people are. And that sort of naivety actually ends in people dying, because that's what happened in that Christmas parade very recently, right? So they have very lax laws about how easily somebody can bail out of jail, wherever that happened. I can't remember exactly where that happened. But that guy took a car and he ran like 20 people over. How many people he killed? He killed like 6 people, but then he injured like 40 more, right? And who knows what that injury means? Maybe like crippled for the rest of your life. So, and that was because, well, in my heart it says I can save them. It's like you can't save some people. Some people, they're just horrible. $7 to the Articuno. You got it, Mr. Andrew. All right. Mr. graduated top of his class. That's not true, actually. I was typically a B student. Here we go. 1271. I knew people who graduated top of their class. They're really smart. I'm just okay. All right, next up we got Peter Lucas. He says, greetings everyone on the stream, and you too, mister. I would like 2 snipes from Live Customs. Actually, I did very well in any writing or reading class. I did very well in those. But I also took many science classes and math classes. Generally, I was a B student in the science and math. So here we go, Peter. But you know, when it comes to reading and writing, I feel like most people can easily be an A student because reading and writing is just typically easier. Oh, they're cold, Mr. Peter. He also wants 10 blue sky streams. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mister, I have 2 grades. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm talking myself out of getting your order done right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think what I do have is a lot of passion and curiosity. So Mr. Andrew, he says, oh, I see. You want your thicky wicky babble. You got it. Oh my God. This is the card that everyone was going insane for that yesterday. Babble, code maze. Oh my God. Now, did that one also have a QR stamp? Also great. It doesn't look like it. All right, so we'll get this into a sleeve. Ooh, first Babble grade. Blue Skies is the Japanese version of what? Evo Skies? Yeah, it gives you a chance for the Rayquaza. Zoom Thicky. She's been looking like a snack, man. Yum, 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 yum. Oh my God. Death by Babble Snoo Snoo. Kids are too funny. Andrew Jason Badana. There we go. Bizarre says, damn. So funny. All right, we'll put this back up here. Is that a Ray Day around her trying to get in there? A what? Great camera, mister. I approve. Even the little fat makes her 10 times better. She won Dynamax Gal. Can't wait to see that, says Mr. Morris. All right, let's see what you got. Mr. Peter is next, and we are opening... Wait, was it Peter? Let me just make sure. Yes, Mr. Peter, we're opening your Blue Sky streams. Good luck, man. I'm a little scared for you because it can be hard to pull a nice card out of the Japanese sets. There's about 1 in every 30 cards, and you just pulled 2 cold Live Customs. All right, we got Rayquaza. Here's Eldegoss. Ooh. When I was a lot younger, I remember learning the story about a very successful entrepreneur, and he was a guy who did very poor in school, and he was made fun of over... Oh, there you go. You did. You pulled one of the secret rares. Congratulations, man. All right. Perfect. But it's Trevenant. Whew. So it was this guy who did very poor in school. He was constantly beat up for it by his parents, by his teachers, by his classmates. He ended up becoming a millionaire anyways, and actually contributing enormously to aviation. He ended up making really important pieces for airplanes, and it turned out the #1 most important thing for his success in life was not his grades in school. It was that he found something that he could work on, and he just worked on it all the time. He was always working, and it actually gave him a lot of pleasure to work on these airplane things because he was so passionate about airplanes. And so he ended up making these really big discoveries on improving airplanes, and as a result, he not only became a millionaire from his inventions, he contributed to a sort of like scientific field with all of his work and research and innovations. So despite all of his poor grades in science, he was a really prominent figure in aviation. And it was a really inspiring story because you hear about how much he was beaten up, but really what kind of pulled him through was persistence and his ability to stay passionate about what he was working on. And so hearing that kind of story, and I can't retell the story as well as when I read it. It was a really good read. I don't even remember what book it was in, but I remember reading the whole thing and thinking, wow, that's amazing that story was. But yeah, I can't retell it as well, but the concept stuck with me even up to this day. It's not really how well you graded in school that's going to decide where you are in life. 3, 4, 5, 6. What's really going to be a big decider for you in life is how many hours are you willing to put in? When you're clocked in, how hard do you try? Are you really passionate? Are you really, really focused on accomplishing something? So, and it turns out the school degree is not a real accomplishment. The school degree is more like the precursor before you get out into the world and start to do things, right? Like, so if you get a school degree, that affects no one but you. You haven't done anything for society by getting your degree. It's just a piece of paper and you've got it. You've done nothing. It's not a real accomplishment. Accomplishments begin to occur when you get out of school and you start to do things. So and so people really get stuck on the importance of school and not the importance of what comes after school. Mark Martinez. Oh, Ghastly. Oh, Zygarde. Look at that. There we go. And so I was mentioning how I actually was not I wasn't like a perfect student. I was typically like a B student. I had a few science classes where I was probably a kind of like an A, and then I had a few where I was a C, and the majority of them I was a B. But in the end, all that really matters is like how much work I do later in life, how committed am I, do I do the hours, do I clock in basically, and do I do something significant? And it's funny because I could probably name you some of my colleagues from college. I know what they do. I know their jobs. They just got like regular software jobs. Some of them are paid pretty well. But none of them have as cool of a job as me. And so in a way, I think of it as a win. But I came out of school with that mindset already that I wasn't going to focus on getting the perfect grades. I was going to focus on trying to grow really rapidly and develop something, even if it takes me many, many, many hours to do that. You know what I mean? Haunter and Raichu. Of course, I never would have guessed it was Pokemon cards, just like I would not have guessed that I would have gotten into YouTube. I had a feeling in my gut like I was going to be good at YouTube. I had a feeling in my gut, and that's when I quit my software engineer job and I went for YouTube instead. I had a gut feeling that I'd do okay. Ponita, Drowsy, Electabuzz, Beedrill. I think I've done okay. I would really like to get back to 100,000 subscribers again. I think if I just keep showing up, eventually we will be 100,000 subscribers. I'm sad that I had 130,000 on my other channel and I essentially gave it up. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just done the card channel from the other channel. So that was dumb of me. I mean, if I had done that, maybe I'd have more than 130 today. I'd probably have like 150, 170. I don't know. Obviously, some people would have left that channel when I stopped playing games, but I think a lot of them actually would have stuck around. It takes effort to unsubscribe, just like it takes effort to subscribe. Here's Switch. All right, I like that Raichu, by the way, a lot. Let's see if we can pull something else, though. Diglett! Oh, my God. One of our favorite Pokemons. Wait, why did I just put that there? Look at that Diglett. Zoop. And finally, Gyarados. I mean, yeah, I'm really excited for the future. We have TCC grading, man. I feel like the concept of having the QR code on the back with the card being pulled, and it's pulled live for like a community, it's like crazy cool. And you're just not going to get that with other card grading. And I'm interested to see what else we can come up with, if anything. But I think first we need to organize and sort of turn the grading into a really good machine first, where cards really do get graded very efficiently and at a high quality. Ooh. I think everyone has their niche, their way to make money that they would enjoy doing as well. Just have to find it. There's so many different jobs. Yeah, in the end of the day, somebody still has to go to the factory and make the toilet paper for everyone, though, right? That's another concept I keep in my mind. So Mr. Mark Martinez also needs 4 Merlin stickers. Oh, Mr. Mark. Lovely Mark. Let's get your Merlin stickers together. They call him Mark the Marvelous. You ready? So what I'm saying is that we can't all be like pop divas, unfortunately. It's too competitive. Somebody wakes up and they make the toilet paper for you. Isn't that interesting to think about? And if nobody made the toilet paper, we'd have no toilet paper. But of course, as people quit a job like toilet paper making, the price of that job is supposed to go up. So you're supposed to be paid more. I've heard a lot of blue-collar jobs actually pay pretty well right now. Skilled craft jobs, sort of like welding, truck driving, which everyone thought truck driving was going to go away. It's 2022, and they are hiring truck drivers with giant sign-on bonuses and everything. It turns out truck driving is still totally legitimate. Self-driving cars did not replace truck driving. Maybe they will in the future, but right now it's not looking like it. Look at that Pikachu. You could be a truck driver and make bank, apparently. Or you could start a truck driving company, even. Ooh, definitely not what I meant. People think there's no good jobs out there when there's an infinite amount of interesting things people can do. Oh, right, yeah. Well, of course, I was just leaving my own commentary on that. I think it's interesting. Everyone would probably like to pursue being like a video gamer on YouTube, and the reality is you probably won't be paid that well because the competition is insane for that kind of work. You know what I mean? It turns out a lot of people play video games and a lot of people know how to upload to YouTube now. So the level of competition for that kind of YouTube job is crazy. And you might be working all 7 days of the week like I was for the TheCardconomist and still be making just a meager income, especially now with the minimum wage rising. What that means when the minimum wage rises, it means all other jobs are paying less because relative to the income of the lowest bracket, they're making more money and compete with you with like houses and rent. So you're making less money if their income goes up and your income doesn't proportionally go up. So, you know, if you end up making like, let's say $30,000 to $40,000 being a video gamer on YouTube, you are really just working for peanuts at that point. Hey, there's Gengar. Woo! Beautiful Gengar. Look at that. For Mr. Mark the Marvelous. All right. Love the Gengar. I don't know why. That card is really standing out to me visually. I think other people notice it too. And Pikachu. Obviously, the Gengar is not super easy to pull. He seems to not pull like instantly. Any Charizards in here? Did I miss any Charizards? I need to ask, how are you not close with your dad? But I'm in a situation where my dad misses me and want to move in with my girlfriend. He's getting old. What would you do? What would I do? He would never ask. He's not that kind of person where he would ask. So I suppose I never have to worry about that. You know, there was some bad stuff that happened in the past in my family. It's just never going to happen. There's Tentacool and Executor. Wow. I've spoken about the issue a lot, actually. And you probably just have to be there at the right time in the stream to hear me talk about it. Mark Martinez. New bag? I don't think new bag. Let's go looking for your bag, Mark. Let's see. Marco. But, you know, I respect my dad. The amount of work he did was actually really impressive. He really did provide for 11 kids all by himself. You know, my mom didn't help at all. And so he provided for 11 children with no welfare either. I'll point that out as well. My family never received welfare. So he did a good job on that. Let's see. Mason, Mark. There's so many Marks. When the cost of living rises, Mr. thinks more and more of posting feet pics. Yeah, I figure if I'm ever in a lot of trouble, we'll start posting feet pictures. By the way, if you guys didn't hear me say it, no more orders, okay? I don't know if I said it earlier or not. Mark, you got a fat bag, dude. You got a friggity fat bag. I'm manifesting good pulls. Wow, man, you've opened a lot of these stickers too. Very cool. All right, there we go. The stickers really do take quite a while to open, don't they? I feel like they slow the stream down. Mike Spalding, he says, 4 packs of EV Heroes. I mean, compare that to what I'm going to do with the EV Heroes here. 2, 3, 4. All right, we got 4 packs. All right. Sneak. Mr. Michael is manifesting a hyper rare. Thank you for the input. I'm one of the marks in the box too. Lots of marks, huh? I had an Uncle Mark. I wonder whatever happened to my Uncle Mark. Actually, I haven't seen any of my aunt or uncles in whatever it is, like 16 years either. 15 years? But they all look like grandmas and grandpas now. Isn't that weird? I have memories of them when I knew them when I was 17, but I have no other memories. So if I saw them again today, they'd all look like grandma and grandpas. It's kind of spooky, like ghosts. Michael Spalding, he says, I've got a bag. Aha, right here. Wow, what a bag. What time is it? We're at 4:48. Yes, no more orders. Let me refresh and see what the last order is, in fact. So we just finished Michael Spalding. Great thought-provoking discussion tonight. I expect nothing less. Always a pleasure. Sometimes I feel like I say the same things over and over again, but in different ways. So I apologize for those who have been here for a long time and you just hear me repeating the same stories. It's fun to talk about, though. Oops, sound like the music ended. So the last order was for Mr. Jordan Bruno. So we know where it ends. And now let's bust through these orders. Jordan Natividad says 1 card grade. You got it. And you're over here. Jordan Bruno. Here we are. I love these card grades. I can't wait to get lots and lots and lots of cards graded over time. Obviously, Mega Rayquaza has to be considered. Leafeon's the other consideration. All right. We'll just do a quick look. Yeah, he's very, very borderline. I'd be curious what PSA gives this. I suspect a 9 on that. And then this is going to have your better chance right there, the Leafeon. Let's have a quick look at it, though. Yeah, you're great. Great Leafeon. One thing I've learned, especially when it comes to family, is to do what you need to do for your mental health, even if it means being selfish. Wow, you're the black sheep, mister. My family is crazy, man. I don't even know, like, what's appropriate to talk about because it's like, you know, it's supposed to be like a family-friendly kind of thing, a stream. With cocaine price being the real economic price denominator. What is the price of cocaine per kilo? Jordan. I don't want to, like, bum everyone out, too. That's the thing. So it's like, we do good vibes in the stream. And it would just be a big bummer to talk about. Ruben Ayala. He says, Roaring Skies. Ruben. There we go. Next up, we got Sunfan. He says, 10 EV Heroes and 3 live customs. Wow, that's some good timing, Sunfan. I suspect you might get a hit. I can't promise, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 EV Heroes. All right, let's see what you got. Hot vibes only. 1, 2, oh no, 3. Ah, I was wrong. I'm sorry, Sunfan. The good timing was not good enough. That is a rough, cold round. Maybe the EV Heroes will be hot. Tell us some happy memories. I do have some happy memories. They were all video games, and you guessed it, Pokemon cards. Pokemon cards were one of my favorite things of my childhood. I really do enjoy collecting. Another thing I really liked to do when I was a kid, that I noticed I was very different from my siblings in this way. I loved to save my money. Yeah, I would watch my bank account get larger and larger, and I was like, yay, I had like a piggy bank, right? And, grandma would send you like $5 for your birthday. And I loved saving. There was a point where I had like 60 bucks as a little kid. I'm like, I'm fucking rich. I'd like lord it over my siblings. I'm like, I got 60 bucks. You know what I mean? So I loved to save money and feel like I had a lot of money. And for me, it was kind of like having a high score, just like in a video game, right? So in a video game, the goal is to have a high score, isn't it? Well, what's your high score in life? You could chalk the high score down to all kinds of things like your health, your relationships, but you also have to consider that your wealth is part of that high score. So, I have a real interest about wealth because it is basically a high score. And I talk about it and I think about it and I talk about it and I think about it. And Pokemon cards are, in a way, oh, you end up pulling a full art. Very nice, Mr. Sun Fan. I was getting scared for you, man, because that was going to be a pricey order to pull nothing on. Very good. But yeah, so my Pokemon card collection is like my high score. And this is a game. So I'm playing the game. How many sisters and brothers did you have? I had 4 brothers. I was one of them, which made me number 5. Or I guess I was the first brother. And I had 6 sisters. There were a lot of girls in my family. A lot of girls. And they had girlfriends. And so I was just surrounded by girls all the time. Next up, we've got Caleb Carvo, who needs 2 Evo Skies. Ooh. 1, 2. All right, 2 Evo Skies, 2 Fusion Strikes. 1, 2. 1 Celebrations. We need to open more Celebrations. 120 was the price for the base set 2, and to look back on it now. How far back are you thinking? Yeah, actually, he says, what? 10 siblings? I had 11 siblings. No, I see what you're saying. Yeah, there were 11 of us total. We had a lot of siblings. It was all with the same mom, so she was constantly pregnant. I remember her as a pregnant mom, always pregnant. Just constantly pregnant. And for large families, that's the experience, I suppose. Mister, you do the box break yet? Hi. I've not done the box break because all the packs are not sold. It might not happen tonight. We're approaching 5 a.m. right now, so it might be the beginning of the next stream. There we go. Now, how many do you need? You need 1 and an English Vintage. I think I know what you mean. Let's see. Here we are. Bellsprout. He's so cute. You're the oldest son? I'm the oldest son. All right. Sneak. How did your parents have privacy? They didn't have a lot of privacy. When my parents had sex, I heard it straight through the walls. Very loud. You heard everything. Actually, to give you an idea, I slept in the basement with 4 brothers in a room. And my bed was on the top bunk. And so I was literally underneath them. Probably just 1 floor separated me and my parents from having sex. And so I would hear every detail. It was quite loud. Mister, would you ever buy the DS McDonald's trainers? No, I feel like they're overpriced. It was pretty loud. I don't have any nostalgia for the McDonald's trainers. There's so many things that you can buy when it comes to Pokemon cards. I try to stick to the stuff that I really remember from my childhood a lot. All right, let's see. But, there's some sets I like to experiment with. Oh, it's the 1-pack snipe. Oh, Mr. Caleb Carvo. Look at this. Oh, my God. Beautiful. All right, 1-pack snipe for Caleb Carvo. All right, and that's saved. Sweet. Yeah, I don't know if I could do that with my wife around my kids. So my parents, I think that there's a point where there's so many kids, they stop caring about privacy as much. I don't know how to describe that. Like my mom would often just walk around naked. And my dad would walk around almost naked. He walked around in whitey-tighties. And they were not good whitey-tighties. And that's all he wore. When he was at home, that was all he wore. He didn't wear anything else. And that was my entire childhood. Can we hear a for sure from you? For sure. All right, so you say your bag is in the sea overflow. Wow, this guy's coming in with the deets, man. Caleb. Here it is, Caleb Cargo. Now I don't have to buy one, says Caleb. I know, you got one for 10 bucks. And that is the joy of opening Pokemon card packs. You hope that you're the guy to get lucky. And if you're the guy who gets unlucky, you're going to go, I should have bought a single. And then again, you might get unlucky on the single. You never know. Kenny Granados, he says 2 Merlin stickers. All right. Oh. Kenny. Very nice. Oh, he's so sad. Ooh. All right, next sticker. I wasn't exposed to sex education until 4th grade. Yeah, we didn't have any sex education in my house. I was homeschooled, and my dad basically just gave us the talk one time, and that was it. So there was no sex education. Charizard and Charmander, not bad, man. It makes me wonder how badly kids need sex education, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. We've got the internet now, to tell you the truth. Like, if there's something you don't know about sex, you go look it up in a heartbeat. But, you know, it's funny because the other day we were talking to the stream about herpes, and there was so little I knew about herpes, actually. But I guess that's because I've just never bothered looking it up. So it's kind of interesting. All right, Kenny Granados. Is that yellow electric Gengar for sale? What? The Pikachu? He is going to be for sale. I don't know if you can afford him. He's going to be pricey. Oh, here we are, Kenny. But yeah, I mean, I didn't need a lot of education to tell me that I put my pee-pee in a girl's Yahoo, you know what I mean? And then birth control was really not too complicated either. Like, everyone talks about birth control. All right, so black and white Pikachu. What's he going for these days? He is going for just about $760. All right. That's your cheapest buy it now. Unless you're in Australia. If you're living in Australia, he's a little cheaper than that because part of this price is the Australian shipping. I'm always uncomfortable having an expensive item shipped from so far away. I feel like there's more opportunity for something to go wrong. But then again, never actually had a ship. Wow! After that $760 Pikachu, it jumps to $1,374. There's only 2 on the market and buy it now. One's $760 and the other one goes to $1,300. Crazy. I found it all natural. What? So let's see. Steam Siege 115. So, by the way, with this Pikachu, for those who don't know what this card is, this is a sort of like it's a special card. It's actually a rare card in this set. See, there's the star. Do you see it? And it's number 115 out of 114. He's a secret rare from Black and White base set. And that's from 2011. So he's pretty neat. All right. We're going to price up this Volcanion as well. That's pricey, man. Pikachu for $1 bazillion. Deal. I'll buy it for $940. You drive a hard bargain. Why, thank you. I would love to sell it for $940. That would be A-okay. All right. Imagine living in Australia. I hear Australia, by the way, is lovely. With really nice beaches. Let's see. Kenny Granados. Uriel Siguenza says 2 of the Donruss Blasters. Here you go, Uriel. He also wants 2 of the Saiyan Showdown. Saiyan? Saiyan? There we go. Did I pull anything good, Cheese? How's it going, Cheese? I'm sorry, Cheese. You just pulled 3 hollows. What are you doing up so early, Cheese? I guess it is the weekend. Where's a good place to buy XY Evo? Buy it on Walmart. So you get the good scam product. Can't believe Walmart allowed that. Okay, so you've got Joe. Trian. Yeah, the weather can be a bit hot in the summer, but mostly it's great. It gets pretty hot in the summer in America, and if you're in the right places. We got a desert and everything, right? Here's Keelan, Odell, TJ Watt. America's got a very diverse, what's the word? Not landscape. Environment. You can live in all kinds of different environments in the United States. Elijah Mitchell. I need to give it to you. I've learned a lot from you, and I appreciate it. And it's good to hear advice from you, too. Oh, thanks, man. Well, and it's not all my advice. Sometimes I'm just repeating the things that I've read from other people who are smarter than me. So I'm lucky to have been exposed to their ideas. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I'm in a vacuum coming up with all my ideas. What do we got? We got SS Broly. Look at this, SS Broly. But I'm happy to share some of the ideas because once I hear them, I kind of sit on them and, you know, I feel around how I feel about those ideas too, like if I agree or disagree. Here's SS Kaba. I think one thing that I do have is I really did have a very different childhood from the average person. Homeschooled, 11 children, not so great parents, not so great siblings. Siblings weren't even that good. So I feel like you experience more in life when your life is more dangerous, maybe. You know what I mean? Uriel. Here we are. I think there's a sort of insulation you have if your life is too easy and nothing ever goes wrong, which is ironic because that's the goal, isn't it? The goal for the human race is to be totally protected from everything that could go wrong. And then weirdly at the same time, though, if you're fully protected from all of the dangers of the world, it's almost like you're also protected from reality. And so you don't know what reality is because you've never experienced it. So maybe you have an abstract concept of reality, but not really a experiential concept, which is very different. It's like having a heart attack. So everyone's obese, right? And one of the things that happens is once you've had your heart attack, all of a sudden you start losing all the weight. It's very easy. Like your whole point of view changes about eating once you've had your heart attack. A lot of guys, they get fit after the heart attack, not before the heart attack. Isn't that fascinating? And I feel like that's a good analogy for what humans do in general. So it's not until something really bad happens to you in life that you start to lose your naivety and start treating life in a way where you're not quite as open-minded to everything. You know what I mean? Like you're like, no, things really can go wrong sometimes. But first that really bad thing has to happen to you. Like kind of getting hurt by being in a cult, that kind of stuff, right? Then you go, oh wow, cults are crazy. And for people who never receive that sort of like painful experience, they just kind of go around ignorance is bliss sort of, right? And that can be really bad if it's a massive group of people never really having experienced too much in life. But I'm not saying that's true for everyone. I'm just saying if too many people have very few life experiences, that could be a bad thing for a society. So Caleb wants 2 Star Wars 1s. You got it. We have like this new thing in Japan. You have the whole Hakikimori thing going on, right? Where a young man will basically lock himself up in a bedroom and never leave. And I'm like, that's an interesting word, Hakikimori. But I was like, we don't really have a word like that here in the United States. And yet I feel like there's a lot of people who are living that way right now. Maybe they're not exactly like a Hakikimori in Japan, but they're pretty close. Very few friends, very isolated life, just you and your games. Don't talk to anyone. Scared to talk to someone, perhaps. And the worst part, no girlfriend, no future, no career. You know what I mean? So I feel like that is actually becoming a reality for a lot of advanced civilizations. And it's almost like a sort of illness is the way I think of it. And the illness is the illness of a lack of experience. It's like you're not really going out into the world and letting yourself get hurt. And you just have to do that. You have to accept that good things in life they're going to include pain and risk. And a great example of that would be like working out. Working out helps you stay fit and healthy and attractive too, by the way. But in order to stay fit, you have to go through enormous amounts of pain when you work out, which is why so few people do it. A lot of people avoid pain and move toward comfort. And it turns out that can be a type of mental illness, to avoid pain. Oh, those are cold ones. Caleb, let's try the Star Wars episode or Galaxy 1 packs. So avoiding pain is like a type of mental illness. I would say we got a lot of that in modern societies, and we don't even think of it that way. We don't realize it. We don't worry about it. We don't go, yeah, you're avoiding too much pain. You need to get out there and get hurt. You need to work out. You need to suffer a little bit, and it's an interesting concept, because I feel like religions used to kind of tell you to do that. I feel like religions would say stuff like, and some of you guys, if you're Catholic, you probably heard this stuff like bear your cross, right? You'd hear terminology, or not terminology, but concepts like that, and that was literally the religion telling you to get out there and get hurt. You know what I mean? Make sacrifices. And so religions kind of took the role of teaching you not to be a hikikomori in a way. They're like, somebody needs you to do things for them. Get out there and do those things, and suffer if you have to suffer, because that's what you do for other people. And that's great for doing the opposite of being a hikikomori, whereas being a hikikomori is like low self-esteem, no accomplishments, no girlfriend. You do nothing for nobody except for yourself. And you lay there and you almost like decay in your room. I couldn't even imagine. It's such a horrible kind of way to suffer, in my opinion. But then again, I was kind of forced out of my lifestyle because my life already was really painful. My childhood was very painful, and that's why I'm talking about that sort of abstract experience versus experiential experience, where you actually have firsthand knowledge of what a lot of pain feels like. It just sort of wakes you up, and you're like, all right, I'm stimulated. I'm ready to do things. I'm ready to make difficult choices in life because nothing really bothers me anymore. Stephen Chang says, hey, mister, some of these cards might be sleeved behind others, but can I get TCC regular grading for quote? Okay, so Mr. Stephen Chang, you're ready for a grade, huh? All right. Let's see. There might be somebody listening right now who is doing this as well. You're just sort of stagnant in life, and the number one thing causing the stagnation is your fear of pain and your pain avoidance, which they're kind of similar, but they're different. Pain avoidance is more like a drug sort of way of living, like you're just floating toward the drug, whereas fear of pain is like you're too anxious to do something, you know what I mean? So they're different. All right, so he would like Ifrit Katori graded. You got it, Ifrit Katori. We'll start there. Let's see, where'd she go? I know you had her. Dude. Oh, there she is. How did I miss that? With the timestamp. Damn, dude. Timestamps are so cool on these. Sweet. Let's go ahead and write that QR code on it. While it's a good to experience pain, everyone handles and internalizes it differently. Having too much can lead down a dangerous road. Oh yeah, I agree. I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is that perhaps the group of people who are stuck in their bedrooms, afraid to go out in the world, what they're really afraid of is pain, and even small amounts of pain. They're afraid of that. All right, so he also needs Katori Itsuka. She has her pointer finger on her chin and a pink background. Okay. Okay, so not that one. So you're saying this card might be behind the others. Okay, not in here. It's weird because we're moving toward like the whole metaverse and all that, and I feel like it's just going to get way worse. The Hikikimori. So Japan has a word for it. We don't have, I don't think we have a word for it in America, but it's going to get so much worse. That's the way I see it. And the outcome will be that you won't have a girlfriend, like a real life girlfriend, and that's, in my opinion, really sad. Oh, here we are. Found it. All right. Let me grab a sleeve for it. And the last card you want is the Kurumi Tokisaki orange background. That's why I live in Hawaii. What? Okay, there we go. They call it agoraphobia. Oh, I have heard of that. Agoraphobia, yeah. Somebody who doesn't leave their, or a hermit. Right. There we go. Won't need to leave your room ever. You can do everything besides eat, drink, and go to the bathroom. Yeah. And is that progress for the human race? Or is it sort of like a downward spiral into an addiction to pain avoidance? Kind of a complicated, very abstract concept, but if the outcome is that you never have a girlfriend, it's a negative thing, isn't it? You just can't go through life not having a girlfriend. You're like a failed animal if you don't. And this is true for girls too. I don't think it's as big of a problem for girls, but it's definitely a very big problem for boys. You're like a failed animal if you never get out there and develop some real relationships. Guy friendships, girl friendships, definitely girl friendships. Pain avoidance sounds like depression. Yeah, sure, it could be described that way. Probably, one of the funny things about depression and anxiety is they're almost always a symptom of underlying other problems. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter what is going on with you, you always end up with depression and anxiety as a result when something in your life is dysfunctional, right? And one of the dysfunctions could be just being afraid to leave your room, or just losing hope. I think that's a good way to describe it, because I myself didn't have that problem, right, where I was stuck in my room. Obviously, I'm like the opposite of that. But I think a lot about it because it's very fascinating to me and because it makes me sad. And I think this is what I think happens. You start out not leaving your room for a while, and then I think what it really does is it destroys your self-esteem. That's what I think really happens. You know what I mean? Brian Foucault, he says, first share. Thanks, Brian. Hey, I'll share that with the bird over here. And I feel that 1271, this would make it 66. I feel that there is a point where you have such low self-esteem that you just kind of give up. You lose so much hope that you're just, I'm out. You know what I mean? And at that point, you're more like, you're just this repeating the same motions every day. Maybe you have a simple job you do for your income, or your parent gives you money and then you just stay in your room. Yu-Gi-Oh! Card Shop says, hey, Mr. Back again in the box break. If no spots are left, I'll take an XY breakpoint. All right, you got it. Mr. Yu-Gi-Oh! Card Shop. Exercise and healthy food is the antidote. Maybe. I think that they help, but I think that it wasn't just unhealthy food that caused somebody to become like a Hikikimori, basically, or a hermit. I feel like it's probably more complicated than that. I think it's more like socioeconomic status, stuff like that. Matthew Hayes says, hello again, Uncle Mister. Can I please get a Date Alive? I have a box, and thank you. Oh, 8 Date Alive. You got it, man. Here we go. It's very weird. A lot of people, let me grab this box real fast. When I was growing up, as a kid, so I was homeschooled, and a lot of public schoolers would really scoff at the homeschooling. They'd be like, oh, that's weird. You went to, well, who's going to socialize you if you went to if you were homeschooled, there was like a stereotype for homeschoolers. I even saw this, by the way, in an episode of South Park. It was the South Park episode where there were two homeschooled kids in a spelling bee. That's a real old episode. So, but I watched that when I was younger, right? Because I watched it, South Park, when I was young. And the concept was that homeschoolers have no social skills because they didn't go to public school. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But the funny thing is, I actually never struggled with social skills. My wife struggles more with social skills considerably, you know. And I was like a social butterfly almost. I could get along with anyone quite fantastically. And it's funny because I met a lot of public schoolers in life who are totally introverts, and they don't want to talk to people and ghost you or whatever they do, right? So I feel like that was one of those weird stereotypes when it comes to homeschooling versus public school. And I never let go of that, actually. I never forgot about that. But I'm trying to remember, how were we relating that to the conversation we were talking about? If you ask Mr. Joe R. himself, what were you saying earlier? Let's see. Mr. only says for sure if it's a donation out. You've changed. What? Wow, what were we talking about? I think I lost my train of thoughts. Here's Spring Moment Toka. Mark, I would say wait until he's comfortable. Here's Ifrit Katori. Oh, Mr. Matthew, let's see what we pull for you. Yoshino. Here's Origami Tobichi. Oh, Katori Itsuka. Mr. Stephen Chang might want that card. Could you show the Volcanion up close real quick? Ooh. So that's Volcanion, and that's Xerneas. That's very interesting. You would think being homeschooled and not having the option of befriending so many different kids. Right, so I was talking about that. I don't remember what I was trying to relate it to, but it was relating... It was supposed to relate back to our conversation about the issue of pain avoidance and not being socialized or not being able to make friends and all that stuff. I don't remember where I was going with it. I think the homeschooling thing was a bit of a tangent. Soul and Rain Yoshino. Oh, expression. I remember it annoying me a lot because a lot of people had that stereotype toward me. They're like, "You're homeschooled?" You know, they'd be like, "Oh, well, that means you were weird." You know what I mean? Which was sad because I was weird, but in a different way. I didn't have a very good family, so that part was weird. But actually, I was quite skilled socially. I always was. I enjoyed talking, and I enjoyed, mimicking the person I'm talking with, mirroring them. Nobody really had to teach me those things. I just understood them because you just kind of learn them. It's like if your family can talk well, you can talk well. It's as simple as that, right? My dad was a teacher, not for a school, but for a business called Rockwell Automation. And so that was his job. He had to go around teaching engineers how to troubleshoot machines when they broke, right? So he was talking very well all the time. So if your dad talks well, you talk well. It's as simple as that, right? Although maybe that's the interesting part. Maybe the deal is your parent plays a big role in your ability to speak well, or maybe it's an even genetic thing. I don't know, but if your parent doesn't speak well, maybe being in public gives you a better shot. I don't know. But yeah, it was always an annoying stereotype. Matthew Hayes, you got your own box. Why am I looking for your bag when I know you got your own box? All right, here we are. Sweet. Do you think children nowadays will be at a social disadvantage compared to generations before? Oh my God, man. It's not children of this next generation, it's here now. Have you ever watched like game shows from the 70s or the 80s? It's so obvious everyone back then was more comfortable with each other. Seriously, like take a minute and watch a whole bunch of like Price is Right. You'll see it in their faces, in their expressions, and the way they dress. They're like warmer almost than the people of today, who we all feel standoffish and don't touch me and don't look at me, and you know what I mean? The social anxiety today is probably through the roof compared to people from like the 70s, which would have been, our parents or grandparents. And it's sad actually. We've become like less human in a way. Next up, we've got Taven Richardson. He says 3 for the box break. You got it, Taven. All right. Taven Richardson. Yeah, we've become less human, in my opinion. We become more like the machines that we interact with every day. Jedediah says, here's for the Sylveon. All right. We become like the machines. All we do is interact. I mean, think about what we're doing right now. I'm talking into a phone. You're staring into a phone. You're staring into a TV. And you do that a lot. And what you don't do is come out and talk to me in person. So you never really know me. Andrew Englander says, hello, mister. 1 pack of Vivid Voltage. Not that I'm complaining. I really like all this technology. It's really nice. 1 pack of Japanese Voltactyl. 1 Darkness Balls. But it sort of does give people who are, let's say, introverts, it gives them a very good way to never have to come out of their shell. You know what I mean? So some people are just born extroverted and they're happy to get out and happy to talk to others. And the people who don't like to get out, now they've got a way to never get out. You know what I mean? So it's sort of like the crutch that enables their introversion. And people almost talk about being an introvert like it's some sort of personality. Well, I suppose in a way you would call it a personality, but maybe more like a status, you know, like, oh yeah, I'm introverted, by the way. I'm an empath, by the way. Mister got this gelato that'll blow your nose hairs off. What are you talking about? I want some gelato. Everyone back then got their information from newspaper and TV. We can actually find the unfiltered information now. Yeah, that's true. Sort of true. They're trying to stop even that. Oh, nice, man. Pikachu VMAX full art. Beautiful. They're trying to stop even that with, oh, the fact checkers found that this is false, or deplatforming or whatever, right? You're not allowed to really speak your mind. That would be illegal. All right, Andrew Englander, let's find your bag. I have a very, very small bag, he says. All right, let's add to it. That's wrong thing. You can't have that. Andres, Anthony, Angel, Anthony Deloa. Let's see. YouTube already predicts your vids. It already predicts your vids. Better not, YouTube. How much are your packs of Pokemon cards? 2 smoochies. There we go. All right, there we go, Mr. Andrew. These are one of my energy shields. We do that for very tiny bags. Jordan Bruno says 2 more custom Spankies. Jordan, you got it, Jordan Bruno. 1, oh, and 2. Oh, cool, man. You got this as well. This is some super old card. Let's see, where do we just place you? Jordan Bruno. My son wants to know, the packs, oh, the prices are all in the description, okay? Sometimes I like to just give out funny answers. I like to tease a little bit. Oh my God. Mr. Jordan Bruno, you pull Golden Tag Team Giratina and Garchomp. Wow, dude. Pretty fancy. That's for Jordan Bruno. Oh man, very sexy. Very sexy. He says thank you. Boy, I'd be saying thank you as well. Oh my Lord. At least we have the felling. The people in chat are real for the most part. Yes, I like to troll from time to time. The felling. But yeah, I was saying that we were talking about how will people become more disconnected, ironically, even though we're more connected over something like the metaverse, and I would say so, yeah. There is just something that your brain has to process when somebody's right next to you. You know what I mean? Like, think about all the horrible things we say online to each other, really cruel. And then when they're right next to you, way harder to do that, way harder to be mean. And so your body's not truly experiencing socialness unless that person is next to you. So you're getting a sort of technological version of being social, and it's not the full version. And so you're missing out on that sort of developmental experience, I'd say. And it helps, I suppose, if you have a family at home. I think the harshest reality is for the guys who are totally alone, no girlfriend, no wife. Those are the guys who will really suffer the most. You probably see the rise of even more like suicides and stuff like that. I mean, suicide's been on the rise, so it's kind of sad to think about. It's really something that should be worked on. How do you work on it? Your government's not working on it. We just talk about it sometimes. Anthony says, if you want these hands, you can get them. It's simple. We just buy up big circle jerk houses and host sex parties with masquerade masks on. I don't know. All right, guys. So he says, hell no, I talk shit 24/7. We're becoming droids. Yeah, exactly. I've been drinking beer. If you want these hands, you can get them. Men's mental health. I know. Men's mental health. What is that? Hey, those aren't girls. Men can go eat dirt. Kill all men. All right, guys. That's the end of the stream. I had fun. This was one of those ranty streams, wasn't it? Where we didn't talk about the cards as much. We mostly just talked. So I do like to do that. My brother has the new Oculus. Everyone in that world is crazy. Ha ha ha. You don't know me, son. Yeah, so we'll have our masquerade parties one day. Probably when I'm very ugly and old. Isn't that funny? You guys ever seen that with like the old people getting to their weird sex parties? And it's like, God, I can't believe you guys would do that. But now I get it. I'm getting older and I get it. Like nothing in life is so intimidating anymore. What's that term? The youth is wasted on the young. Have a nice night, everyone. Thank you for the awesome show. Congratulations on your poll, man.